Call them at 407-917-1718, KLAUSMAN law.com, office Winter Park.
Summer at Racetrack. The sun's out and savings are in. We've got the deals to keep you deal-lighted all summer long. Stop in and buy any 20-ounce bottle of soda and sip on another for only $1. But the party doesn't stop there. Snag one slice of pizza and get another for only $1. More soda and more pizza. Saving money never tasted so good. Now that's how you make summer delightful. Racetrack, whatever gets you going. Restrictions apply. Limited time only while supplies last. See store for details.
Get this. Joey and me were supposed to go to this concert next week, right? But then something terrible happened. Joey was driving without a seatbelt. But he didn't wreck. No, he got pulled over. Now Joey has to pay for a seatbelt ticket instead of a concert ticket, and I have to go by myself. How lame is that? So Joey, if you're out there, you're an idiot. Wear your seatbelt or you'll get a ticket.
All across the country, cops are cracking down. Click it or ticket, day and night.
Funded by the Florida Department of Transportation.
It's the Marketer's Report. Today, Capital One's Chief Brand Officer, Mark Mentry, weighs in on building loyalty with customers.
Capital One has really worked to create amazing access moments for our customers. We will do sound check parties that only Capital One cardholders can get access to, and we can't pull that off without iHeart.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
It's Jeep 4x4 season. Make your next adventure epic and hurry in now for great deals. Now well-qualified returning FCA lessees get a low-mileage lease on the 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x2 for $369 a month for 24 months with $2,999 due at signing. Tax, title, license extra. No security deposit required. Call 1-888-925-JEEP for details. Requires dealer contribution at least through Ally Financial. Current lease must end by 6/3/24. Extra charge for miles over 20,000. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 5/31/23. Jeep is a registered trademark.
Hardworking Americans like you and me are sick and tired of this brutal stock market. Take ownership of your financial future. Visit Phoenix American Hospitality at PAHinvest.com. Their team of experts buys world-renowned hotel brands like Marriott, Hilton, and Hyatt and maximizes profitability for an investable REIT that's open to everyone. Visit Phoenix American Hospitality at PAHinvest.com to see their incredible track record of double-digit returns in the most volatile of times. Past performance is no guarantee of future results.
If you suffered an injury at a place of business, dial pound wall. That's all. Morgan & Morgan.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Radio! Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Tuesday, May 30th, 2023. Lots to get to today, from let's just boycott everything to man overboard after a cruise ship accident, and I fully support the new bed rotting trend. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Heidi-ho.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Tuesday?
Good. What day is it?
It's a Share the Show Tuesday. That's right. That means you spread the word, you shared the show. Tell somebody about the News Junkie radio show and send the link along, send the podcast, whatever you got to do to get more people on board on a Share the Show Tuesday.
Anybody else feel like that was more than 3 days?
It was a long, beautiful weekend.
I mean, like, we did it 4 days recently, and that still felt
Like I was
Was
about
it too
the same
long
amount of
for
time.
you?
No, I loved it.
Yeah,
See, mine was very busy, so I don't even know what day it is
Oh,
or
my
what time
God.
or where I am.
I got deep into the world of that Silo show.
Buddy, I started watching it
Did
because
you?
of you. It is wild.
I like that
I
show.
straight up dreamt in Silo last night
Me
because I was
too.
watching it so much.
I got a problem going on. I
What?
bought the book.
Oh, God.
I'm
so you'll
reading
read the
book.
first 30 pages.
No, I'm 100 and something pages in already. And it's it's a trilogy, and I've been reading the
Are
book.
there like spoilers since
Yes,
you've watched it?
but I can't help myself. I
All
like
right.
the world of Silo. I want to live in a silo, I think. I don't know.
no, you
We can make
don't.
that happen.
It looks awful.
It does look awful. I don't know why I want to be there.
Have you ever seen?
I would fall off that balcony in 2 seconds.
All right.
Have you ever seen? I think we've talked about this before over the years. That they were trying to sell on eBay for the longest time a decommissioned missile silo.
Yes, I've seen that before.
And the pictures looked like, man, this is old AF. It's probably musty.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you had the right amount of money and you, especially if you were a rich prepper, this would be the perfect thing for you.
I want to be Silo Guy.
You could be Silo Guy.
I want
You
to.
be Silo Guy, and then C-Lane and I will be friends of Silo Guy.
I started reading. Courtney's like, don't tell me a single spoiler. If you do, I'll kill you. And I'm like, I'm reading the book.
gosh.
I'm watching the show.
She said she would kill you?
No, she didn't say that.
I definitely spoiled something for her before, and now I fear for my life.
How
Be careful in the kitchen.
far along are you? 'Cause I think I got to episode 4 or 5 last
I've
night.
seen all the available episodes, and we're waiting for this Friday for the next one.
Okay,
I think
gotcha.
that's when they come out on Fridays.
I'm still a little confused as to what's going on, but
too.
I do find it very interesting, and I'm
Yeah.
also sad, but I feel like
Yes.
maybe things will happen.
That's why I
that
said
turn
in the
around.
first episode of Silo, they get right to like so much stuff, and then you like get sad for people immediately, but then there's like interesting stuff. It's a lot. It's good if you haven't seen that.
Really enjoyable, and I'm just glad to have it because all my other shows are going.
Bye. Yeah.
They are
Bye.
Not even a season finale, series finale.
So in the past, handful of months or happening right now, we lost a million little things.
Yep.
To a very tearful ending.
Unbelievable.
This Is Us has been gone for a couple months.
Yep.
Ted Lasso
Gone.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday's
it's
the
the
last
end of the
day.
rainbow.
Mrs. Maisel's gone.
Oh, and the one I stopped watching it, but it really was good. What's the one with is it Bill Hader?
Barry.
Barry is ending.
I
soon.
have not watched this season, but that is a really good show.
Yeah.
Barry's great. Yellow Jackets just finished the season, which
Yes.
was also a wild last episode.
Yeah, I guess we're at that time. I
But
guess.
what are the new shows?
I don't
what
know.
am I going to watch
It's
now?
Silo. Get the book. Get in there.
I'm not reading.
I'm going deep down in.
I stopped reading at 30.
Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to a championship baseball game, friends. The world of sports, once again, our home. A comfortable place for all of us. And these two teams are battling it out on the field. It was Hornell
said pitch,
and almost, yes, and Paul Mac. Those are the names of the teams in the Section V Class B1 baseball championship.
All right.
And so they thought,
what were the same people that
I
are
know.
naming the asteroids?
This
are
not a
naming these
clever
baseball
name.
championships.
We need something better than that. But it was pretty interesting how this ended because you see the red team is out on the field. Okay, they're on the field and they're pitching to the other red team. But the red team on the field thinks that they have won the game. Right? They all get excited. The catcher runs to the pitcher. They're all celebrating. What? Because they were up by 2 points. But then this happened.
2-2, 2 on. Strike 3.
Oh, I
Strike
saw
3.
this.
But he's still running.
And he's out. Hornell wins it.
They're even playing the background music.
Yep, he's rounding second.
Oh, wait a minute. Hornell's got to pay attention.
They're all celebrating.
Is that the coach?
I'm not sure what's going on here.
Nobody knows what's happening. All the players are running around the field. They were celebrating, but the other team is still running around the bases.
Because the umpire, I guess multiple jobs, but the second most important part of your job is to scream louder so that everyone on the field, the players, can hear your call.
They don't have any clue what's going on, and the other team is scoring points.
So is this the way it's going to end?
The coach is so mad. I'll explain in a second. They're pissed off. They're all throwing their gloves down. They didn't realize the ball was still in play, and the other team ended up winning the game at the last minute when they were celebrating.
So, all right, does that mean that the guy doing this live stream, who's calling the game, he called a strike 3?
Yeah.
Does that mean that they did not call a strike and the ball was in play?
Yeah, and he must have been wrong.
But was he on some sort of amplification system where everybody thought, like everybody heard strike 3?
I hope not.
I feel like there was a parent too that also screamed out,
He's out. The catcher runs up to the pitcher. They start hugging each other and celebrating their win, and then they realized, oh my God, the game is still going on, and we lose. BDMXCon on Twitch says a dropped strike 3 is a live ball, like a live runner. So that's why the guy was able to go. He went to first, and when he's at first, they're not paying any attention. He goes to second, he goes to third. The players are going around.
So it's all the catcher's fault?
Yeah, he dropped the ball. And he was the one who started celebrating. He's the one who ran out to the pitcher to start celebrating. What a disaster.
Congrats, sports, baby.
Good news, though, in the world of the debt ceiling, because this could have been a big problem for us. If you've got any investments, 401k action, all that good stuff, there was big worries that the United States may go into default and not be able to pay our bills, which, as you know, as a human being who pays bills, is a bad thing. But I guess they have
why is it that
a deal.
Why is it the United States gets to do that, but when I do it, I'm some sort of monster who can't keep my life together? The whole country can go into default,
right?
But when Chris Lane doesn't,
yeah, they want to haul you off. In the United States government, I guess, coming to some deal between the president and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy to avoid this disastrous U.S. default over Memorial Day weekend. And it was a big deal. Now they think they can get the votes to pass this through.
Good.
Should be good for the stock market and all of that stuff with your monies. That's an important
for the summertime.
thing. Yeah, we need to make sure we don't go broke here as a country. That would be a very, very key thing, especially where I'm not even to my silo yet. You know, I've just started the idea of my silo.
Sean, you wouldn't last in a silo for more than 3 days.
Okay, but
tops.
what's better for me, a silo or my farm idea? Which one?
Silo.
Yeah, see, the silo seems easier for me.
I feel like the silo would be under the farm.
I could do both. The
Whoa.
silo
Okay,
at the
thank you,
farm. My God, there's so much potential.
Not to
in
mention,
here.
they do farming inside the silo.
Oh, that's true.
If you could pick and geography, makeup of the country be damned, because silos aren't very Florida friendly.
No, you're not
as
gonna have
far
it
as
here.
the water table. But if you could just start the silo right here, like under the house, right where
Just
we're
start
standing.
digging?
I mean, and that would be where your silo is. Would that be good, or would you want to find a different part of the country
Right here.
or word? Okay,
right here.
You will have all of one floor before it floods.
Yeah, it's not going to be good here. Maybe I can go to Dallas. Maybe,
not
I
if
don't
it's
know.
a really good silo.
I don't know if I
You
can
have
do
to
it
go
there
in the
either.
middle of the country.
I need to go somewhere where the elevation is real high to get that silo as deep as I want it to be. And in the show, the silo is like 150 stories deep. It takes them like a couple of days to get from the top to the bottom, which I still don't understand.
I don't understand. I'm like, with all the technology that you have and what year it is, you didn't put in an elevator.
Oh, they're not allowed to have an elevator.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's the law.
I think it's one of those plot points that they have to kind of wedge in there
So I haven't been to that episode
to
yet.
drag things out where it's like, hey, we should have just built elevators for this place, and they're like, no,
can't do that.
We need to be able to stretch some things out. So getting down to the bottom floor is going to take you a couple days.
Well, we got so into this idea of that show being like, so the big thing about the silo is you don't know if outside is like the end times, if you die when you go outside, or if outside is beautiful and they're trying to keep everybody locked in the silo to keep control of everybody. So we got deep into that mode, and we watched every movie like that possible this weekend.
Turns out there's a lot, huh?
Yeah, we watched 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Oh,
which is
that one's a good one.
Similar like that.
Is that the one that they are all waiting for the asteroid and they're making like a whole thing about it?
No, I know what you're
that's
talking about, though.
Inferno Island or something.
Are you talking about the newer one with Leonardo DiCaprio?
No.
Okay.
It was one where like the asteroid hits and everyone's like, oh, it's going to hit the ocean. And then the first news alert is like Tampa and Orlando completely blown to smithereens. I'm like,
Totally
every
ruined.
time.
No, in 10 Cloverfield Lane, they like John Goodman
That's right. Okay,
kidnaps
now
some girl, and then he tells her it's end times outside, and she doesn't know if he's lying or if he's not lying to her. and we watched Ex Machina, which is kind of like that.
That one's a fun one, too.
We went way down the rabbit hole. So I'm preparing for the end times here, just because, might as well. A very strange thing I thought here that I saw this morning. The students across the country, most of them are into summer right now. And out of school, and
I know because I've been seeing
kids out there.
No, I've just been seeing all the posts on Facebook where my friends' kids they do the side by side of the chalkboard from the first day of school,
Yeah.
the chalkboard from the last day of school.
Yeah, there's a bunch of
We
kids
never
that
had
are out of
chalkboards.
school.
I always had to take pictures on the first day of school.
Oh, did you really?
Usually,
My mom never did that.
Oh, usually they were like by the pool. At the house that I grew up
So
in.
we didn't have a pool, Sean.
No.
And I'm sure if my mom found them all, it'd be me in the same damn uniform from Pine Castle Christian Academy.
Could you flip book through those to see old C-Lane growing up, frame by frame?
Probably, yeah, frame by frame, palm tree by palm tree.
This didn't happen to you either, Sabrina?
Oh, I think we did school pictures up until I got into high school.
We only did the stupid pictures at school.
Yeah, no, we did the at school pictures,
which I hated those.
And I have one of those. I think it's up at my dad's house somewhere, where somebody didn't bother to tell me that my pocket was hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
They just, because they had so many. This was at the private school, so it wasn't even as many kids, but they're just trying to get done with all the kids. And they're like, stand on this little ladder and put your arms up, and don't worry about your pocket sticking out. Your parents will still pay for the picture.
Yeah, they will too. What a scam that is. So a lot of the kids were doing these pranks, senior pranks that you do. And I saw this one, I go, wow, this kind of seems like a bad idea. and
do you remember your senior prank?
No, because I went to different schools, and then I went to Palm Beach Lakes, which I never showed up at because it was a nightmare. And then I went to North Tech, where I graduated from. We didn't have, it was too tiny. There was not enough kids.
So we had, because I was the mascot of the school, the cheerleading squad senior year, you go out and you toilet paper all of the senior football players. But that's before graduation.
Right.
And then for...
We toilet papered the stadium.
Oh, really? Damn.
It seems like a lot of
We
work.
didn't have a stadium. I will say, though, around my neighborhood, some house got toilet paper and they left it up for 2 weeks.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, this looks terrible. I'm about to write something on Nextdoor.
I'll complain about it.
And then senior year, we did the forking of the lawn.
Where you put the little plastic forks all over the place.
And by the next day, it was all completely cleaned and nobody knew about it.
Yeah, they didn't even get the prank didn't get to register.
Nope, no, it was no one saw it. There was no point. They have a great cleaning crew at Mailed High
So
School.
in this case, the seniors, again, don't know how this happened. The seniors showed up at their teacher's house, or so they say, and they all slept in the teacher's house to surprise her the next morning.
Oh.
And they videotaped themselves as she woke up and went out into the house.
They were frogging her?
Yeah.
How did they get in the house?
I have no idea. Here it is. Watch. Here's the teacher.
Oh.
She just saw them and shut the door. Because her entire house is full of the seniors. The students are all laying down inside her house.
Good morning, little bunny. How many? Oh my God.
It's like all of them.
Oh, that's cute.
And all of you.
You might want to walk around.
Oh, you two are really, you are in the most trouble.
I mean, the house is full of these kids.
Oh, that's cute.
How long have you been here?
Okay, how long have you been here? You have a party.
Wait, how long?
They've been there since 2 the night before.
Look at the counter, though. It's filled with party supplies.
I don't know. I'm questioning this a little bit, too.
How did I not hear you? You're like commandos.
If I ever did that in any school I went to, the teacher would have just opened fire on all the students in the house and said, "What the hell do you think you're doing here? This is
the
illegal."
amount that I fart in the mornings.
Oh.
That's the last place.
What if she came out stark naked, just completely
very true.
walking around her house, enjoying her freedoms, and
Maybe
then all
husband
this
or
stuff?
wife had something to do with this.
There's something more to this story.
But cute.
Okay, when we come back this weekend, yet again, another national anthem disaster. I always enjoy those. Maybe you think this is good. Maybe you think it's god-awful. We'll see what you think. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Someday Alexa will do everything. Alexa, can you unclog the toilet?
Yeah, I'm kind of busy right now.
But until then, just tell her to play Real Radio 104.9 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
Playing Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Travel with caution. Authorities are clearing up an accident on I-4 eastbound before mile marker 81B, Cayley Avenue. The right lane is blocked. There's slowdowns due to an accident on State Road 436 heading southbound at Colonial Drive. You can expect delays due to an accident on State Road 429 heading southbound at West Road. And you can expect slowdowns due to an accident on State Road 408 heading westbound at I-4. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Heron Home and Outdoor.
Spending more time outside? Don't let mosquitoes ruin the fun. At Heron Home and Outdoor, we specialize in mosquito control and prevention to protect your yard. Visit myheronhome.com today for a free quote. Heron Home and Outdoor, your local pest and lawn experts.
iHeart gives you access to the hottest music, events, and deals. But on June 1st, we're giving you access like never before. It's iHeart Radio Access Day, our 24-hour way of saying thank you for listening. Go to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com today.
You could be the very first to win your way to our 2024 iHeartRadio Alter Ego in Los Angeles before the lineup is even announced.
Head to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com to register to receive reminders for when experiences like this and more go live this Thursday.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season right now. Look for the Sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment changeouts and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season and available in the produce section right now. Whoa! Hey, careful now. There's plenty of juicy watermelon and other tasty Florida-grown produce for everyone. I mean, all you have to do is ask for Fresh from Florida or look for the Sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
Jesse Kelly here. I'm not a financial expert, but I do look for solid investment opportunities for investment growth and protection against loss. I do know that putting all your eggs in one basket is not a good financial plan. Securing your IRA or 401k with real gold and silver with Oxford Gold is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Or you can buy precious metals and keep them in your safe. One app, one call, and you pick your precious metals. That's 833-404-GOLD. That's 833-404-GOLD.
For adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy, now there's Skyrizi, Risankizumab Rizza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months, and Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Nothing in me go hand in hand. Nothing on my skin, that's my new place.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, you could achieve 90% clearer skin. Ask your doctor about the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Summer's almost here. Time to get swimsuit ready for the pool parties and beach vacations. And for the confidence to look your very best, get RM3 from Red Mountain Weight Loss. RM3 works on your belly, hips, and thighs, attacking unhealthy fat and reshaping your body, all while helping you lose up to 20 pounds or more per month. There's simply no faster way to get swimsuit ready than with RM3. It's safe and effective for men and women, and it's all natural, so it won't make you nervous or jittery. RM3 helps overcome issues that cause weight gain, like a slowing metabolism, hormone imbalance, or menopause. This patented medication is available only by prescription, and you can only get it at Red Mountain Weight Loss. So trust the experts at Red Mountain Weight Loss for programs that are doctor supervised and highly successful. Lose weight and look great just in time for summer with RM3. Dial pound 250 from your cell phone right now and use the keyword Red Mountain Weight Loss. That's pound 250 keyword Red Mountain Weight Loss.
Hi, it's Savannah Guthrie and Hoda Kotb, and we're excited to tell you about the incredible week we have on the Today Show.
That's right. We've got some of Hollywood's biggest stars live right here in our studio. We have the legendary Robert De Niro, Jessica Chastain, and Sydney Sweeney are all stopping by.
Then you can start your weekend off right. We've got a concert coming up from Big Time Rush. They will be performing live on our plaza.
Join us every morning on NBC.
Because Hoda every day needs today.
Hardworking Americans like you and me are sick and tired of this brutal stock market. Take ownership of your financial future. Visit Phoenix American Hospitality at PAHinvest.com. Their team of experts buys world-renowned hotel brands like Marriott, Hilton, and Hyatt and maximizes profitability for an investable REIT that's open to everyone. Visit Phoenix American Hospitality at PAHinvest.com to see their incredible track record of double-digit returns in the most volatile of times. Past performance is no guarantee of future results.
iHeart gives you access to the hottest music, events, and deals. But on June 1st, we're giving you access like never before. It's iHeart Radio Access Day, our 24-hour way of saying thank you for listening. Go to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com today.
You could be taking a VIP trip to the city of your choice on Lionel Richie and Earth, Wind & Fire's Sing a Song All Night Long tour.
Head to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com to register to receive reminders for when experiences like this and more go live this Thursday.
Injured, hire the largest injury firm in the world. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
This was awkward as hell this weekend. Courtney and I, we took Lady out to this new park that I've never been to. She's like, oh, we got to go there. They got like horses and they got like, like a petting zoo and they got all this stuff. And so I said, okay, yeah, let's go out there. And
it's a dog park with a petting zoo?
No, it's just like a big park. Like it was because it was Memorial Day weekend. There was so many people out there.
I thought the dogs were going to be petting other animals.
I wanted that to happen.
It would be adorable.
I wanted that to happen, but we were discriminated against, C-Lane. We were discriminated against. We were going to walk up to the place where the horses were and where all the animals were, and we could see like the little pigs and the cows and stuff. And when you go to walk over there's a big sign and it has a dog on the sign with a big line through it, like Ghostbusters. And we had to take Lady, and we're like, Lady, you're not allowed in these parts. So we put her in the hot car and went ourselves. And
nice.
No, we didn't do that. We didn't do that. But this sweet woman pulls up to us, and we're walking around. I have no idea where I am or no idea where I'm going. And she goes, do you know where the horses are? And we got like a map and everything. We got the printed map with you are here and all that stuff.
You printed out a map?
No, they give you one when you go into the place
okay.
if you ask for it. And so we get the map to figure out where we're going.
They hand you a map that says you are here? It's pretty high tech.
It doesn't say you are here just because of the inability to move that around with you as you're walking around with a printed map. But
they could though.
So this woman goes, hey, can you help me out? And we walk over to her car. And she goes, do you know where the horses are? And Courtney's like looking at the map, trying to figure it out. And she's like, yeah, I think they're right over there. And she points like to the far end of this huge, huge, huge park. Like it takes forever to walk around this place. And she goes, thank you so much. Thank you. That was so nice of you guys to do that. Thank you for showing me where the horses were. And Courtney and I start walking in the other direction. And about 10, 15 minutes in the other direction, we see where the horses actually are.
Oh, no.
We pointed her in the exact opposite space. And then I'm like, we got to get through here quick. Because if she finds out where they really are and then she drives by us after the bad directions, there's going to be bad looks going on here.
I had a friend that would probably have done something like that on purpose back in the day. He used to, he loved, one of his favorite things, like this was cell phones with cameras, pre-digital cameras with screens on them. This is like
the good old
1940.
This is like strictly using the disposable camera at the theme park, and he would cut people's heads off. If they're like, hey, sir, could you take a picture of me and my family? Perfect, guys. All right.
Oh,
this one-
you're going to love
beautiful.
this.
Click.
This came out fantastic, and then you don't get the burn until you get the pictures developed way later. We're going to hear from you and your dispatches in just a moment. But we had another one of these moments with the national anthem over the weekend. It was at the Indy 500. I was watching these cars.
Yeah, baby.
Man, they were just going around the track and doing their thing. And at the Indy 500, they had a pretty big name. The person who was going to be singing the national anthem was Jewel. And love me some Jewel. She's fantastic. Jewel's very, very talented.
Her and her snaggle.
Everybody knows her. Yeah, she's famous for that smile of hers. And she's beautiful even with the crooked teeth that she's got going on.
Just one snag.
And she's out there. She's got some real strange shoes that only some of you will be able to see who are watching the stream on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. But she's got her guitar with her. And people were either saying this was the best national anthem they'd ever heard or the worst national anthem that they ever heard. People were very divided on this.
Did she try something new?
Kind of.
Reimagine, they're calling it in the headlines.
She just jeweled it up, is what she did. She made it her style, her way. She jeweled it up. And
oh, say, can you see?
some people watched this, and they were like, this is beautiful. It was fantastic. Somebody else says, this is the perfect example of how not to do the national anthem. It was to the point of being disrespectful.
Oh, come on.
On Memorial Day weekend, no less. So let's see what you think about this. Here she is.
Our national anthem.
You got this, Jewel.
Excuse me, go back.
What did that guy say?
Yeah, exactly.
I just I couldn't tell what he said. No idea.
Can you see
the outfit?
I mean, her voice is beautiful.
What's so proudly we
I mean, to me, this sounds pretty good so far.
It sounds great. What she's doing, C-Lane will have to give me the proper terms, but like she is harmonizing, but on a different like pitch. So her voice, had it been completely a cappella, sounds like your normal one. But what she's playing on the guitar is like the
minor chords or something.
She's using different chords.
Yeah, she's definitely using.
I mean, she's not changing where I would change.
I don't hate it.
She's also doing the thing that irks me. That she's
what's that?
She's doing it in 4 instead of 3.
Oh yeah, so the time is
About
off.
to say.
I totally noticed that too. Yeah, I was thinking about that, but then I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to sound too smart
off,
musically and all that.
Got it.
She misses a note here, I think.
at the twilight's last gleam.
I like it so far.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars.
Yeah, okay, good.
Through the perilous fight.
It's also going to take 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's very slow.
That one got away from her.
It's really not that bad, though.
It's really slow.
Yeah, it's maybe one of the slowest national anthems I've ever heard. That's what you're going to do. Let's see if she misses the note. She's Jewel. She's not going to miss the notes,
Jewel
right?
can do whatever she wants.
She's Jewel.
She's earned it.
I don't know what they're talking about.
Bursting in there, gave proof through the night.
I think, if anything, people are looking around going, why is this taking so long?
People get mad because they can't sing along.
That's the thing. You better have the voice to accommodate those high notes if you're going to play it at a turtle's pace.
Yeah, it's real slow.
People used to be like, why do you play stuff so fast all the time? I'm like, A, so it's not boring, and B, if I got to hit the high notes, I would rather just hit them for a short amount of time. Quickly in and out high notes, and then I'm back to the other notes.
You don't even notice that something's gone wrong. And I guess at the Indy 500, there was a bad incident where one of the tires flew off, almost hit the people in the stands.
Just a couple feet. Flew right over them and then hit someone's parked car, I'm sure.
Yeah, it did. It did. I will show you what it looked like in a second here, but it came right off the race car and almost hit these people.
Nowhere to go.
Pops off. There it goes. It's flying over the fence. right over the crowd.
You see the crowd duck as that tire misses.
I think it cleared the grandstand.
It just cleared.
It could have been a disaster if that would have hit one of these people, because I know this because if you see the damage done to some car in the parking lot, imagine you go to leave the race and this is your car. It hit the front fender of some car in the parking lot.
You're getting a brand new Prius.
Yeah, mashed that up pretty good.
Did you see the footage from inside of the car that flipped over?
No.
It was wild because the person, for some reason, had their little visor open, and they're just sparks going into their helmet.
Oh, just flying into the car?
And they're just trying to figure out, what's my next step as they just fly upside down throughout the track.
Oh, yeah, how do I recover here? What do I do?
Baby.
I think that could have hit somebody.
I think that's another thing we didn't even take into consideration when judging this Jewel national anthem.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want something that slow at a racing event. You think racing event, you think speed.
Give me Metallica out there.
Yeah, you want...
give me fuel, give me fire.
Exactly.
get some speed.
Hold on. We're gonna pause this racing event. Before we put the pedal to the metal, we're just going to slow...
Yeah, it didn't match the moment. That's very true.
No doubt.
It's not matching the moment's energy, and that you got to be very careful of. JP emails the show, tips@thenewsjunkie.com, and he says, "Afternoon, Sean. Hope you're having a great Memorial Day weekend with this great weather here." It was all right, yeah. I had a quick question. I've been looking all over online to buy a display like the one you have behind your desk. Would you mind guiding me to where you bought it from? Appreciate it. Been a fan of the show for about 7 years now. Love TNJ. JP, can't help you out. Sorry. Answer is no. Can't do it.
That's rude.
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be honest with you. This is a brutal thing I've been doing secretly on the show. I've had about a dozen people ask me about that screen behind me in the studio, and I haven't told a single one of them the answer as to where I got it from because I was like, this is mine. Good luck. Get out there and find it yourself.
Wait, they're talking about the display?
This little display here behind me in the studio.
Oh, the digital one.
Yeah. They like that.
It's as simple as a Google.
They're like, I like this little thing you have. What is it? What's it called? Courtney's mom got me this. I had seen it online. I love it. It's got apps and all kinds of fun stuff that you could display on it. And it's fun for the shot. And I'm not telling you, JP. So you get best of luck to you finding it out there. You can find it. I believe in you. Carl emails, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. And Carl somehow learned to type this email and said, there seems to be an issue with podcast audio beginning around halfway through Thursday's show and continuing to Friday's show. Beginning around the 1 hour and 27-minute mark on Thursday's show, the audio quality drops and you hear what sounds like white noise in the background. It can be heard through Friday's entire podcast, too.
I want to speak to your manager.
I listen using Apple Podcast, and the YouTube version sounds fine. Thanks and hello from England, says Carl.
Hello.
Carl's out of England listening to the show. That's just what happens when you listen from England. The show sounds fuzzier when you listen over there.
Around Thursday at the 1 hour mark is when we finally figured out where you were listening from.
Yeah, we dialed
injected into that that white noise.
No, Carl, what's happening is we think our podcast company, which is this big, giant company that provides podcasts for broadcasters, and they first had this issue that people are having with the show skipping around. They told us they fixed it, and then this issue is still going on, and I've been screaming at the top of my lungs to these people.
All caps.
They probably hate me. That's fine. I just want to get it fixed for the people who listen to the podcast. And then on Thursday, we're like, we got another problem where there's white noise during the podcast. I cannot tell you. I don't know what's going on. I'll send an email today. We'll tell them there's another problem that we need to fix. They're going to hate me even more, but
this one, I mean,
we'll
maybe
get it fixed.
There might be a box at HQ that just somebody needs to unplug and plug back in.
Right.
That could hopefully.
Yeah, that could remedy itself today. It could be fixed. If it's not, we'll get it fixed. I'm sorry. That's very, very annoying and tough to listen to. Let's go to you. You're not going to be tough to listen to on this lovely Tuesday. Let's see what you got with your dispatches today. Lots of people are chiming in. Here is It's Drew Dude talking about senior pranks.
Happy Tuesday, guys.
You too.
I gotta say, though, I'm pretty jealous because my senior class did 0 pranks at all. Like, I don't know why, but I guess, like, the class was like, I don't want to go to trouble. But then again, like, they chose We're All in This Together from High School Musical as our senior song.
Oh.
So
You're
I kind of saw that coming. Anyway,
For sure you were older.
Boom, pop, pop.
I remember that time so vividly because Dylan was right at the right age to be watching all the Disney shows, and everybody was talking about that stupid High School Musical.
Yeah, that was past my time.
All those songs, my God.
Now I can only think of We're All in This Together. What was the one where they had the basketballs?
Damn it, I don't remember. It'll come to me at some point, or a dispatcher will bring it up. But yeah, I know exactly.
Get your head in the game.
Yeah.
Get your head in the game.
They were so stupid and so catchy at the same time.
I have no clue what you guys are talking
about.
Oh,
High School Musical. It was like this big, successful musical.
Zac Efron was in it. Vanessa Hudgens.
Yeah, it launched their careers. That's like
Jane Lynch. Wasn't Jane Lynch?
That is Glee. You're thinking of Glee.
I don't know.
Are you offended that I would that I would mix up High School Musical with Glee?
Yes, I am.
It's kind of like that. There's some similarities for sure. Let's go over to a bunch of people are joining us here on this lovely Share the Show Tuesday, like McDouble Lover talking about the Indy 500 thing.
Hey, junkies. Happy Tuesday. First dispatch in a while. But
Thank you.
The organizers of the Indianapolis 500 actually gave the lady who owned the car a brand spanking new car. I forget the make and model, but they posted pictures, I believe, on their Facebook and stuff. Try to help the lady out. Pretty cool.
Let me tell you what, if I had a car that was a piece of crap, I'd be parking it in any kind of dangerous area.
I would just wait in the parking lot, and if I see a flying tire, would drive my car into it.
They're like, ma'am, you weren't in the line of fire here. You drove your car into this.
But look what you did, and my neck hurts.
Give me a new car, please. That's a good scam if you could pull it off. When we come back, we're going to learn about bed rotting, which is a new trend that you need to get into. I think this is just good for every human being out there to do. You got to hear what this is all about, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
We're not running out of prizes yet. At Real Radio 1041 on Instagram, powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro. We have a beautiful Tuesday ahead. Forecast highs are going to be warm in the upper 80s, if not 90 degrees. Mix of sun and clouds, and we do remain mostly dry. 10% chance or less for an isolated shower or two. And then overnight tonight, we're mostly cloudy with lows right around 70 degrees. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro. Have a great rest of your day.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Pool season is here, but open roles got you underwater? Check out Indeed. Their powerful hiring platform makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you suffering from seasonal allergies? Because you're not alone. Experts say pollen season started earlier this year and will last longer, and that folks who've never had issues before are feeling miserable. I'm Martin Hoke, inventor of Navage, the world's only nose cleaner with powered suction. Over 3 million people use Navage to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, helping to flush out allergens, mucus, and germs. Navage helps clear your sinuses quickly and naturally. But what about other people's experiences, like Miss Clement? Quote, I chose Navage because of my persistent allergies. Navage works. While using it, I cut back on allergy meds and occasional shots at my doctor's office. Unquote. That's one of over 120,000 reviews with a 4.6-star average written by people who use Navage to breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. Stop suffering and try Navage today at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, and Target. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Finding great people to hire is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's pretty difficult, right? Well, ZipRecruiter has mastered finding a needle in a haystack, so they take it to the next level. They make hiring so simple that it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. And that's why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Here's what it's like to use ZipRecruiter. They have so many qualified candidates that it's easier to find the right ones for your roles. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's a lot of needles. So how do they do it? ZipRecruiter's powerful technology sends you candidates who are a great match for your job, and you can even invite your top choices to apply. So if you want less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
For adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy, now there's Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months, and Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Nothing in me go hand in hand. Nothing on my skin, that's my new play.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, you could achieve 90% clearer skin. Ask your doctor about the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
It's Ram season, which means it's time to serve with Ram 1500, Ram 3500, and Ram TRX. Hurry in now for great deals on the trucks that are built to serve. And right now during Ram season, get 10% below MSRP on the purchase of 2023 Ram 1500 Laramie and Bighorn models equipped with a V6 engine. Not compatible with lease offers or any other consumer incentive offers. Contact dealer for details. Take retail delivery by 5/31/23.
Slowed down, held back, inhibited. What you get out depends on what you put in. Rejuvenate your engine's performance with Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline, because true performance knows no bounds. New and improved Shell V-Power Nitro Plus removes up to 100% of performance-robbing deposits to rejuvenate your engine's performance. Continuous use in gasoline direct injection engine fuel injectors.
FAS Windows and Doors is the company to use to make your house feel better and look better. You know what they can do? Get rid of those single-pane aluminum frame windows and get you double-insulated vinyl windows. That'll save you money, make your AC work less, make your house look better and feel better. And I tell you, man, they can do it for you fast. Their showroom, easy to find. Fairbanks and I-4, slide in, pick out the windows that you love, have them installed by their pros, and your house will never, ever be the same. And they can even do that for you in the door as well. Book your consultation today easily at faswd.com.
GiveMeTheVin.com is America's best car buyer for a reason. We don't sell your leads to anyone else like the rest of our competitors. You're our customer. We handle our customers right, and that's why we're America's best car buyer. You're not going to get harassed by a bunch of different people selling your information. GiveMeTheVin.com dominates. Why? Because we take care of our customers. They don't call me America's best car buyer for nothing.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
At Simply Safe, we design award-winning security to protect every inch of your home. It's easy to set up yourself, and now there's an even easier option. Have an expert do it for you with Simply Safe Pro Install. Always protecting, never a contract. 2 easy installation options, backed by 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. Get 20% off any new system with interactive monitoring at simplysafe.com/radio. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Do it. Take the first step towards LASIK and score a great deal at LASIK Plus today. Right now, LASIK Plus is offering $1,000 off their Wavelight laser when treated in June. That's $500 off per eye with guaranteed financing. Visit mylasicoffer.com for details.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
On you to the folks in chat. They're ragging on me. They're like, this is what happens when you take a bath, Sean, instead of a shower. I guess they said there's like some glitter on my face or something I can see in the cameras. I haven't seen anything. But the joke's on you. I haven't taken a bath in 2 days. I don't know what. I've made some bad decisions.
Have you been taking a shower?
I made a mistake. Okay, here's what happened. Yesterday when I woke up, we had some plans. We wanted to go do something. So I was like, oh, I'll take a shower when I get back. And then we were going to go in the pool, and I was like, hey, I want to take a shower.
You haven't been in that pool in years.
I know. We didn't go in yesterday either, but we talked about it. And I was like, oh, I don't want to take a bath now if I'm going to do this. And I went through the whole day, and I go, Courtney, now I'm in this weird spot where I've gone all day without taking a bath, and it's late. I want to do it now. It's stupid. And she's like, yeah, just take one tomorrow. And then I woke up late this morning. So now I'm in day 2 here, and there may be some.
Do you have like wet
stink.
ones at least that you?
I know. No.
That's, okay.
I mean, there probably are some around
like,
here.
I think you're just kind of pushing it.
I'm not stinking.
A part of me feels like you are
You think I
doing
let
this
go?
on purpose. What did you open up last week's, shows with?
Well,
I couldn't wear deodorant,
Yeah.
so I'm not doing that. Now you're not taking.
But there was a
any
reason for that.
showers.
This reason was just ineptitude.
Are you allowed to wear deodorant now?
I think so. I am wearing deodorant now. So I've at least done you that favor. I didn't want to get too much of a smell going on in the studio. I did something yesterday where I felt like an absolute criminal. And I don't know if what I did was illegal or not, but Courtney was mocking me whilst I was doing this. Because there's something about this feels super illegal, but I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. So we're working on like a guest area in the corner of the studio where when there's extra people in here, they have a place to sit, and there's like headset mics and all that stuff. And so there was bean bags that used to be over there.
Correct.
All right. So I was getting rid of the bean bags, and I was like, oh, I got to get rid of these somewhere. And we drove to the public dumpster, which is about 8 blocks away, and it was all locked up. And I was like, son of a
put
bitch.
it on the front?
Well, I didn't know what to do with it, honestly. And then,
When you say it's all locked up,
there was like a bolt.
Yeah,
on it.
no. Are you sure it's a public dumpster?
I think it is. I've been using it like a public dumpster.
Okay. That's the thing.
Courtney said it was a public dumpster. I put all kinds of stuff in
Listen,
there.
I have treated plenty of dumpsters as though they were public.
Uh-huh.
Many of them are not.
Well, this one I thought was, but maybe it's because of me that there's a lock on it.
I go behind the local shopping center to what we like to affectionately call Dumpster Row.
Right. They got plenty of them.
There's a whole bunch of them, yeah.
I look for a place that's under construction, and they have those big old dumpsters, and just
there you go.
Chuck it in.
There you go. And what's happening across the street from my house right now?
Big old dumpsters.
There's somebody knocking down a house, and they're like demolished to like almost 3 or 4 houses or something on the other side of the street. And so I go out there and I'm like, there's a big ass dumpster there for all their debris from knocking down this house. And I got these 2 bean bags. So I tiptoe my way over there like a criminal. And I throw, and I only brought one with me, so I had to throw one over and into the dumpster, and then I come back and get the other one, tiptoe again, throw it into the dumpster.
How big are the bean bags that you can't get 2 of them in a single car?
They're big bean bags. No, it's across the street, so I just walked.
Oh.
I just walked over there one by one. But afterwards, I was like, are we going to get in trouble for this?
Yeah.
It's not our dumpster.
So there's a family that would have absolutely taken that with no problem.
Oh, we gave away something the other day. I feel fine about throwing these things away. Who wants a bean bag anyways? Do people still have bean bags?
Yeah.
Would you have wanted the bean bag?
No, thank you. But
the dumpster's gone now. I can't help you out.
Yeah, no, I'm good. But I had the beanbag phase, and then I had years ago
when you were in college.
Someone's I was dating, their parents gave me like the beanbag, but not beans inside. If you unzipped it, it became a giant bed.
Oh yeah, I've seen those before.
And then I had a studio apartment in which, had I unleashed the giant bed, it would have taken the entire square footage of my studio apartment. So I went on Craigslist. Happened to be in a Photoshop class in college, and I put together one of the greatest Craigslist ads of all time. And within 24 hours, I flipped that beanbag.
How much you made?
For $90.
Oh, that's not bad at all, actually.
When I got it for free?
These ones weren't worth no $90. These ones were like just...
No one ever sat on them.
Yeah, they were never used.
Forrest did one time.
But they were like basic bitch beanbags. And
Tyler sat in the beanbag.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying, Crazy Drunk Cat Lady on YouTube says, dumpster dumping is illegal. I don't know. Courtney said it wasn't illegal, but I felt like I was breaking the law.
Remember how you hear of people getting charged or ticketed or fined?
Well, getting charged?
Not charged, but ticketed or fined for illegal dumping.
Yeah, I've heard that.
That's what the illegal.
But I thought that was just if you were
confessing it on the air.
Like on the side of the road and you threw out like a bunch of trash.
That's littering.
Yeah, but illegal dumping would be if you use somebody else's dumpster.
It could be.
They had a big ass dumpster. They weren't going to use that whole thing. I just went over there and used one little tiny section of it.
Are you talking about the people that are bulldozing houses and aren't going to use the whole thing? Yes, they are, Sean. They're going to
a lot of debris.
fill those things full of that house.
And they're going to be so confused when they look in there and see 2 beanbags amongst all the rubble.
My first foray into using other people's dumpsters was like at a gas station where in high school, if the parents were out of town and we have like a party or something, I would clean everything up and then bag it and take it somewhere, so my dad doesn't go snooping through the trash can and like shake the bag and hear just clankety clank of bottles.
Bud Light bottles everywhere.
And so I would, go to the gas station and dump it in their dumpster. And the manager came out yelling at me one time.
Or are you
he was
telling
like,
me,
hey, we pay for that.
But are you telling me that's a crime? Like I'm breaking the law if I just throw something in a dumpster?
You're using something that's not yours that they pay for.
But it's for throwing stuff away.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
It's not like the city has provided them with that. They are renting that out, therefore it's theirs. So you could ask.
If I go to a 7-Eleven and there's a trash can outside and I throw something in the trash can, fine. But if I go to the 7-Eleven's dumpster and throw some of my trash that I have in the dumpster, now I'm doing something wrong? Now I've violated a law or something?
If they wanted to pursue some sort of charge, then they could call the cops on
There's
you.
video footage of it and everything, of me going over there, tossing the beanbag.
And then if they didn't have the video footage, they have the audio to back it up.
Yeah, this ain't gonna
Also,
Can you dump this entire segment?
we don't really have that long.
Dumpster or no dumpster, you may or may not have committed a misdemeanor or felony by trespassing in a designated construction zone.
No way.
Wow,
There's
dude.
a law against that, too?
Against
Who do you think you are?
trespassing in a construction zone?
First,
100%.
Nobody was there.
That doesn't mean that the eye of the law is not always watching.
There was no person that was even operating a piece of machinery there. And I went like 20 feet.
That's why
into
the law is there.
I went like 20 feet into the law. And
I don't even know you. The man
You went
turns
20 feet out of the law.
man turns
damn it.
45 years
Into the lawn.
old, and all of a sudden he's
I'm not
not taking
45.
baths, and he's doing illegal things.
I don't think I
And
broke a
reading
real
books.
law. This is a fake-ass law. If this is breaking a law, this is a fake-ass law.
All right. Moses
doesn't make
list it
any
is.
sense.
Lamest thing ever to go to jail for, throwing beanbags in somebody's giant dumpster that they had. And it's not even like a regular green dumpster. It's like a huge dumpster. It's like a limo dumpster.
For other items like a house that's being destroyed, not beanbags.
I understand that, but I feel like they have enough room. I feel like they're okay.
Okay, if you feel that way.
There's a lot of people in chat that are saying I am breaking the law, though.
Yeah, a little bit.
It said, Millen Server on Twitch says, if the dumpster's overfilling, they will fine the owner so they can get in trouble for it. They pay the weight when they return the dumpster. You're costing them money. It's 2 bean bags. How much could it possibly cost?
Bill.
There's nothing to it. At the pharmacy I work at, they would email pictures of it along with a bill when the dumpster was full like that. A bunch of people chiming in on this. Let us know with your dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Let me take you guys back to something we discussed last week because it's getting even weirder somehow, some way. Remember the nun that they dug up?
Yeah.
And they were like,
Yeah.
oh, my God.
It's a miracle. She doesn't look decomposed
She's
at all.
not bones. The nun is not bones. She still looks like she's like she did when she was alive.
And then we zoomed in on her face, and I'm like, nope, we have started the process of rotting.
And we learned that it usually takes longer.
Yes.
It wasn't a miracle because it takes a lot longer for a person's body to turn into bones. If you missed this, you could see it up on the See It Now section of thenewsjunkie.com. The thing is, it's getting even weirder because people were coming from all over to see this nun that they dug up and poke her or do whatever they were going to do to her in reverence of this miracle that they had witnessed.
I think most people are not poking.
Yeah, you know what some people are doing now?
What?
Kissing the nun.
Oh.
They're kissing the nun.
There is not an amount of money you could pay me to kiss in the lips,
on the
even
face.
anything around the face. No, thank you.
On the cheek.
Are we
They're
talking?
going up to
Are we
the nun.
talking a dead body in general, like even a loved one, or are we talking about a nun who's been underground for a handful of months?
Definitely the nun. I can't say that I've been I've been to funerals, obviously, with an open casket, but not to one to date that in which I looked upon that body and said, let me give it one last kiss on the forehead.
I don't even like looking at them. Once they're dead and in the casket, I don't.
That's all I remember.
I walk up there and I close my eyes walk by the casket.
Now, for my funeral, I will have open eyes.
Well, yeah, of course. Like,
so I want you to stare right into
yeah.
me, and then with pucker lips, you have to kiss me in the mouth.
Just completely taped open for effect. They're talking about people going up and kissing the nun that they dug up after all these years because it's a miracle that they're witnessing. And even CNN was like, no, I'm done with this.
Understood. Meg
I can't
Terrell
do
in New
this.
York,
Here they are.
thanks so much. Boris.
This Memorial Day weekend, thousands of Catholics are flocking to Gower, Missouri to view the body of a deceased nun, which appears to show no signs of decay, though she's been dead for some 4 years.
Of decay.
Definitely.
The Catholic News Agency reports that Sister Wilhelmina Lancaster was 95 years old when she passed away in 2019.
Yeesh.
It says her body was recently
She looks good for
exhumed so
95.
it could be moved inside a chapel at the convent that she founded. When they opened her
Why did they
wooden
just
coffin,
bury
the nun's
her there
remains
originally?
I
were
know.
apparently found.
Why have they kept her out so long that now it's become this giant thing? And people are kissing her dead body.
Also, Catholic News. Could you imagine you're like amongst all the people at a press conference and like, yes, Tom from Catholic News. Can we ask you a very controversial question that we're going to publish at church?
They're talking about this nun thing so much that people are showing up to kiss the dead nun.
to be intact, even though her body had not been embalmed. The discovery prompting widespread interest.
Is that confirmed her body had not been embalmed?
That's what they said.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. So that's a game changer.
They said her body had not been embalmed. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's at least
And
what
they
they're
still
saying.
decided to exhume her body?
And they dug her up because they wanted to do something else with her. And then they're like, wow, look at that. She's all together still.
Do you think maybe they just embalmed her by mistake?
Maybe.
Like
and then they're like, don't tell anybody.
Person at the morgue's like, I'm all finished embalmed. Oh, no, oh my gosh, I wasn't supposed to do the nun.
I thought it was a requirement to embalm a body.
I don't know. I guess you don't have to. At least what they were saying here. And the CNN guy reacts in a second.
Powerful experience. Very powerful.
It's one of the most rare events in the whole of the United States.
We're reusing footage, aren't we?
Never
CNN.
that in my life.
Same Nerd Brothers.
Visitors are being given a limited opportunity to touch and even kiss the deceased nun's body, Jim.
Not touching that story. Well, today is Elizabeth.
He said, I'm not touching that story.
I'm out.
He said, zoom on to the next one. We'll talk about something different here. That is gross. I would not kiss the dead nun. Oh, my God, we're way over. Okay, quick break. We will be back in just a moment. We'll talk about this bed rotting thing I was bringing up. We got some important dispatches to get to. There's a lot going on to Share the Show Tuesday. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
It's almost time for Access Day on June 1st. That means huge savings from the brands you know and love, and once-in-a-lifetime giveaways and experiences from iHeartRadio. Go to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com now to register to receive reminders for when deals go live.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The right lane is blocked due to an accident on I-4 westbound at Cayley Street. There's slowdowns on I-4 heading eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429. Authorities are clearing up an accident on State Road 436 heading southbound at Colonial Drive. The right lane is blocked. Traveling on Florida's Turnpike, you can expect your regular pockets of congestion. See traffic troubles, call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by STEM.
Humans can do a lot of amazing things. Fighting bugs? Ew, a bug, get it! Isn't one of them. STEM is powered by active ingredients found in plants to fight off bugs safely and effectively when used as directed. STEM, rooted in nature, optimized by science.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season right now. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
Hey Magic fans, when you're heading out to the Amway Center or anytime you're away from your business, commercial, or residential property, or you have a special event and you want to be sure that you're well protected, contact American Protection Services and Investigations, proud partner of the Orlando Magic. For a full list of our security services, dial 833-4APSI. Over 30 years in the business, your safety is our top priority because your business is our business.
The number one cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
It's Savannah Guthrie and Hoda Kotb. We have an incredible week on the Today Show.
Robert De Niro, Jessica Chastain, and Sydney Sweeney will be stopping by.
And Big Time Rush performs live on our plaza.
Join us every morning on NBC.
Because every day needs today.
When you go to a place of business, that business has a legal duty to protect you from harm and injury. Yet many times people are attacked, raped, robbed, and even murdered because the business they trusted violated that duty. Sometimes the lighting is so dim or not lit at all so as to allow criminals to prey on that customer. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com or on your cell phone dial pound law. That's all. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
No one does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Whatever your preference, we have everything from tequila cocktails and an extensive bourbon category to top shelf spirits and cocktails served over ice balls. Local craft beers and handcrafted whiskey cocktails round out an adventurous drink menu second to none. And don't forget about our 29-degree man-sized drafts.
Now open in Daytona. Finding great people to hire is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's pretty difficult, right? Well, ZipRecruiter has mastered finding a needle in a haystack, so they take it to the next level. They make hiring so simple that it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. And that's why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Here's what it's like to use ZipRecruiter. They have so many qualified candidates that it's easier to find the right ones for your roles. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's a lot of needles. So how do they do it? ZipRecruiter's powerful technology sends you candidates who are a great match for your job, and you can even invite your top choices to apply. So if you want less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life. In Office Orlando.
Mills Air has been in business for over 30 years. On behalf of iHeart's Access Day, they'll be offering our listeners a special offer of up to $3,500 off new AC units. A Carrier factory authorized dealer. Turn to the experts. For more information, go to millsair.com.
Summer's heating things up, outside and on the grill. Whether you're smoking a brisket or grilling up veggies, Kingsford Original Charcoal delivers the consistent performance and smoky wood-fired flavor barbecuers crave. Kingsford Original lights faster and has a long burn time, giving you the ultimate grilling experience. So grab a bag of Kingsford Original Charcoal. Kingsford.com. Kingsford Original Charcoal lights faster and delivers consistent performance compared to nationally available charcoal in the USA.
Order your Hummer EV at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS. Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
everything. You just have to live off the land now. Can't go to any stores. You just boycott every possible place that's out there.
Who's getting it now?
You know, who did it start with? Was Target first? No, Bud Light was first.
Bud Light
right?
was there, yeah.
Bud Light was first. There was like this.
It really depends on which controversy you're talking about because,
there's been a lot.
The boycott is the go-to where, you think you're really going to stick it to the man, to a corporate
You're
man.
going to crumble the corporation.
Yeah.
And make the bottom line really suffer.
And it's for a whole variety of different controversies.
Mhm.
But this one is being the started with Bud Light with the trans person in the can. And
one TikTok. That's all that was.
One can.
Yeah, one can started this whole thing. And I guess it's actually hurting them, but according to some of the stuff that I've seen, and they're trying to backpedal as much as they can from this. And then there's Target, and Target worked with some LGBT aligned artist, and they had like a pride section.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had like an adult bathing suit with like a tuck pocket or something. And so they got mad at Target. And it's like Republicans just figured out how to protest or to boycott, I should say. And so they're going to do all the boycotting that they possibly can. They're going to get it all out of their system. And over the weekend, 2 new targets emerge. Number one, they said, that's it, Kohl's.
Were they super targets or
no,
just like regular?
No, 2 new.
Did they have the Archer Farm
2
stuff?
new boycott targets, not targets to boycott, if that makes sense. 2 new places, 2 new companies that they're boycotting. Kohl's, which I didn't even know Kohl's was still around.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what Kohl's is up to. What do they do over at Kohl's? Is it like patio furniture?
Nowhere.
I have seen one before, but I don't know what a Kohl's does.
I feel like Kohl's is the same as your, I don't know, TJ Maxx's.
Or is it like
Ross's, like a Bell's?
Is it like a Bath and Body Works?
No, that is completely different.
I don't know what this place is. It says they sell bedding and clothing and appliances and ephemera. Okay.
Yeah, so it's a tiny Sears.
Yeah, it's like a little baby Sears. And now they're targeting Kohl's because they had like some pride bodysuit set for 3-month-olds and toddlers. And I said, that's
because they have a rainbow on it.
That's the next
so
target.
Over this crap.
Hey, they're not. They're finding
for decades.
Target
this pride
after Target
stuff has been going on. Get
don't
over it.
I don't know why now there's been a bigger push because you're not wrong. There has been Pride merchandise at stores for a long time, as far as I can remember.
And guess what? In the month of June, Pride Month, you're going to see a lot more of it.
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
don't go to the stores.
And that's what they're saying they're going to do. They're saying they're boycotting.
Yeah, but boycott is to not go to the store. But then you have to make a whole damn video about it.
Oh, yeah.
And the PowerPoint presentation.
There was even somebody who knocked over the display. I don't know if you saw that or not.
The Target one?
Yeah, they
that
went
was
into
from
the Target.
last year.
Was it?
I keep seeing these videos go viral again, and it makes sense that people think it's from this time around because
Right.
it just seems a lot more elevated in 2023.
I didn't even see it. I just heard about it.
But yeah, some big old white dude that grabbed the sign and then he tried to smash it and then he stepped on it and big whoop.
We're piling up the places here. Bud Light, Target, Kohl's, and also over the weekend. And can you put that straw in?
I thought Lady was being squished by a slow press.
Seeley just put his straw in his big gulp. He's like,
I muted the microphone, so
He's boycotting
I thought
this
you guys
segment.
wouldn't hear it.
he's holy cow! All right, so the other still
That's
doing
enough,
it.
man.
The other place that they're boycotting, and I saw this and I was like, oh my god, this must be a tough bridge to cross for the boycotters, because Chick-fil-A is now in the crosshairs because Chick-fil-A hired somebody for like diversity, equity, inclusion, DEI is what they call it, which is controversial with these people, and they see it as part of all this stuff, social justice type stuff. And so they go, that's it, we're boycotting Chick-fil-A. And I was like, I thought Chick-fil-A was your place.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A deals with all the boycotts, and they survive.
So wait.
You know why? Because it's delicious. And
Yeah.
people don't care. They'll eat right through the boycott.
But yeah, you can't taste racism.
No. Just eat right through it.
But no, just because they hired a person to deal with this DEI,
Yeah.
like
They're trying to find targets.
They don't like Chick-fil-A does not have like rainbows on their
No.
don't
They have Bible verses or something?
Yeah,
They do, and they're closed Sundays.
Yeah.
And but you will see, like, because how long ago? That was when I was an intern. I remember was the big revelation that they had been, or at least the CEO was donating to some anti-LGBT
Right.
organization.
He doesn't work there anymore. I don't think the guy who.
Then there was I just noticed them at the Pride parades. So I'm like, okay, so Chick-fil-A is cool with the homos.
Right.
And then now, because they've hired someone that I believe is that a requirement in U.S. workforce?
You don't have to have somebody for this. No, for this job. You have to have I think you have to have like an HR person. I think you might have to have that. But this is a different
We have the
thing.
phone line.
This is a different thing where they're raging against this like job position at some of these places, and they're just stacking up all the places that they want to boycott. And I don't know. I always look at this, and I'm being honest here. All right, I'm just going to be real with you. If there was a place, Dave's Hot Dogs, and Dave's Hot Dogs was like, we're communists, we hate America. We burn American flags every Sunday
in
at
that
the
case,
drive-thru.
Let's change it from Dave to Hitler's Hot Dogs.
If Hitler's Hot Dogs was other, if Hitler's Hot Dogs had the best damn hot dogs in town, I'm still eating the hot dog. I'm gonna.
No, you won't,
Yes,
Sean.
I will. I swear to God.
You
I don't
absolutely
care.
you're going to go to that storefront?
I don't care. I don't want my companies to have politics to begin with. But if they do,
Too late.
I'm never going to stop doing something that I enjoy for that reason. I'm not like that. That's a really like political person. Like I saw somebody this weekend. You guys might not think this is weird. I do. I think this is really like poisonous. And they posted like a snapshot of Ron DeSantis's announcement, like some web thing, like he's running for office or whatever. And it was like, if you like this, I don't ever want to be your friend. If you're my friend right now, I never want to talk to you again. If you're my family member, we're not family anymore. If you vote for this guy, we're through. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like what a very, very political way to live your life, where you can't just be like, hey, I like hanging out with this person and playing some basketball. We don't talk politics.
Yeah.
It used to be that you had those friends. Like you have a friend where you go, hey, I really like having some beers with Jeremy and catching up with him, but don't mention conspiracy theories around him because the guy is crazy and he goes off on a bunch of weird rants.
Oh, yeah.
But then if I'm hanging out and playing with Jeremy and he knows that I have been in a same-sex relationship and calls me a groomer every time I make a free throw.
Well, then you're not going to be friends with Jeremy.
Exactly.
Of course, but that's completely different. I'm talking about if you. In this case, it was just like if you like Ron DeSantis, do you think all those people hate gay people?
No, but they're probably praying for us.
I think
they?
this is half the state, half the country. This is not; those things are not attached. If you like Ron DeSantis,
Well, he's making laws that are taking away.
Yeah.
All right.
Some people agree with the laws.
Right, but then I could see where the divide comes in.
Sure, but I think that there's such a big difference between saying like, hey, if you like this politician and if you like even vote for him, like you're out of my life, you're done with. It's like that seems like a really, really negative way to go through life. That seems like such a terrible thing to do, but so many people are willing to do it.
I mean, on the other end, you could say voting for him would also be a negative way of going into life. I could see that other side of the argument.
I understand why you see that. I understand where you're coming
I'm
from.
not saying that is my point of view. I'm
not saying you
family
said that.
that would vote for him
Mhm.
has voted for Trump, and a lot of people in my life throughout these years that I could see it in their face immediately that they don't agree with my lifestyle.
BC
It doesn't mean that I'm not going to love them any less. Just probably not hit them up with a funny meme.
And I think that's the way it should be. Like you could separate things sometimes. BCGM3 says, I hear this, but I do think it's become significantly more difficult to avoid politics and anything resembling a friendship. I don't know if it has. I just think it just has for people who are really, really deeply into politics. And
But
that's a
politics
tiny
is everything now, man.
It is, but only a tiny percentage of people care. That's the real true thing here that people don't seem to understand. Like when it comes to like think about all the very political cable news shows on Fox News if you're on the right and MSNBC if you're on the left. If you put together everybody who's watching that, it's like not even 10% of the population.
It's not about who's watching cable anymore. It's everything that is on social media. It is the laws and the bills that are making their way to the governor's desk, where we have seen such significant change and a huge. I mean, it has been an attack on the LGBTQ plus community.
Yeah, I mean, I see how you could see it that way. I don't know which particular laws you're talking about. I mean, some of them, I think sometimes what happens here is people get angry, and they're angry at like a shadow version of what's happening, right? So like sometimes, for instance, there was a law that was passed in the state of Florida, and it was about trans people using bathrooms, right? And everybody was like, oh my God, and they're freaking out over this. And it only applies to like governmental buildings, right? This didn't change anything for like every bathroom in the state other than ones that are run by the government. But everybody who I saw that was very upset about this didn't seem to understand that. They didn't seem to know that. People get mad at like the internet version of what they think is going on. And it like just fuels them with rage. And I think this is true. Like, here's another point on this front. With the Target situation, all of these people who are so mad at Target aren't mad, I don't think, at like the simple stuff that's actually on display. They're now mad at this like Satanist stuff that the designer of this clothing did on his own, and that's what they think is happening at the Target. Everybody's mad at something that's not actually happening. And I've seen so much of this. It seems very, very weird to me. BDMXCon on Twitch says, read the bills. They're often not even 10 pages with state legislation. Nobody reads that stuff. Nobody does. People just get mad without knowing what's going on so many times. And this goes both ways politically. Like, I feel like a lot of people on the right are mad about stuff that's not real, and a lot of people on the left are mad about stuff that's not real. And
we're not even on the election year.
They're angry about all of this stuff. And Danielle says, read the headline and get upset without understanding the whole story. There was a great example of that the other day, and I forgot for the life of me what the story was. But it was one of those headlines where you go, are you kidding me? And then you read the story and you're like, oh, it's like the opposite thing is happening. And nobody bothers to click it.
I kind of know what you're talking about, but I don't remember what it was.
I don't remember what the story was, but it was like one of these things where I go, this is outrageous. And then I clicked because I wanted to know what the details were. And I read the story and I said, not only is that not what's happening, it's like the opposite of that is happening. But everybody will get upset about this and just start raging online, which is just, it's kind of like what we do now. It seems super unhealthy to me. Let's go over to your dispatches. You can join us on the show. Go to thenewsjunkie.com, hit record on your first dispatch right now. Here's Guitar Slinger chiming in.
Most economists will tell you that boycotts do not have any lasting financial impact on big companies. Ambev, which owns Bud Light, their total impact on the whole company, company-wide, is 1%. That's it.
Yeah, and people do a lot of dumb things with this, too. I talked about this on Friday. They'll be like, look how much the stock for Target is down over this period of time. And it's like, that isn't going to have a long-term impact on the company if the stock goes back up. It matters in this very moment it matters because people are worried about the uncertainty around the company.
Also, do you think that that's why the stock is down, or would there be other contributing factors like the fact that Target just revealed to everybody that they lose $1 billion a year?
Yeah, I mean, there's a huge problem financially with the company.
Theft and loss.
They got an issue with that. Let's see. Here's Big Al. He says embalming is not required.
So on this nun situation, embalming is not required unless you're doing a viewing at most places. My friends thought it was not embalmed, but they did have a viewing, and his body was sweating during the service.
That's
and
real?
It was really bloated looking.
Ew.
But, yeah, it's not the law.
Why does it sound like...
Whether
Stop.
this nun was or not.
Why does it sound like you're smiling when you said he was bloated looking? Did you hear
It
him?
was hilarious.
It was like he almost was laughing. He was sweating. It was totally
But
bloated.
then you bury somebody, like, in their casket. Without being embalmed, like that has to stink.
Oh,
the
I would
entire
think.
graveyard.
We gotta
does it
talk
not?
to B-Dobs about this. I didn't know that if you were dead, you could sweat. That seems.
I just knew you could get boners for a while.
I've heard that one before, but not the sweating thing. I've never heard that. That somehow makes it more gross. I don't know how. Okay, we got a ton of people who are chiming in, and let me get to this real quickly because I support this. I think this is a good idea. Do it at least one day a week.
And don't be friends with me.
Bed rotting is the newest trend out there. Extroverts and introverts alike are doing this, and they say it like it's a bad thing, like bed rotting. Oh, my God. Bed rotting just refers to having one day a week where you just sleep in and hang out in bed for like an hour or two longer than you normally would.
Don't call it bed rotting.
Bed rotting.
Make it like sound bad. It's couch potato.
Yeah, that's a
Relax.
bad name for it, because you think like the person doing harm to them.
Sleeping
rotting in bed.
in.
You're not doing anything bad here. I love doing that, man. On a Sunday or something, if I could do it, and it just all of a sudden you look up and you go, it's 11 o'clock. Like if I could get that far.
Oh, God,
and
never.
And then I feel bad about it, and then I get up and go and start doing things. But there's nothing wrong with it. I think it's good.
I could get that far without, if I was just by myself. I could get that far on my own. I will not get that far because of outside influence, interruption.
Lexi waking you up?
It's somebody saying feed me.
It happens. All right, quick break. When we come back, we'll get into more of your comments. You got thoughts on all kinds of things here happening today. And this hasn't gotten a lot of coverage, really, surprisingly. But there was a whole situation last night in Hollywood, Florida, Hollywood Beach, by the Margaritaville of all places.
Oh, yeah, that was my go-to spot in high school, Hollywood Beach, the boardwalk.
Is the boardwalk in Hollywood Beach, is there a Margaritaville like right on the beach itself?
That's new.
That's
they
a
built
newer
it
thing?
after I moved.
Well, this is where this all went down. It was insane. I'll tell you what the details are on this and what actually happened. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
If I-4 is a part of your travels this afternoon, you can expect delays heading eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429. There's slowdowns due to an accident on I-4 westbound at Cayley Street. You can expect delays due to an accident on State Road 436 heading southbound at Colonial Drive. And authorities are clearing up an accident on State Road 408 heading westbound at I-4. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance can protect your small business with over 30 coverage options, an easy-to-use mobile app, personalized discounts, and more. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Discounts and coverage selections not available in all states or situations.
Let me tell you about that mortgage guy, Don, president of Happy Home Mortgage Brokerage and host of the Home Loans Radio Show, and the man that is here for you with over 250 5-star Google reviews and 1,100 reviews at Experience.com. It is very safe to say that Don knows what he's doing. And I can say with full confidence that he is looking out for you. He's going to treat you like an actual person and not like a number like the other mortgage companies would. Now, chances are very high that you're leaving money on the table, so get the money off the table and back in your hands where it belongs. Get a free, fast quote review at thatmortgageguyDon.com. Hit the compare button, and Don's going to review your quote today. Now, that mortgage guy, Don, he's a mortgage broker. He's not a corner bank or a retail lender, and that means he has direct access to wholesale lenders that consumers do not. So if you want to see a difference, go to the website right now, thatmortgageguyDon.com. Click apply now and get a quote, or get a free analysis of your existing quote. Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote today by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
It's time to soak up those unofficial start of summer vibes with the free iHeartRadio app. Take your favorite radio station wherever you go and never miss the music you love, the latest news, or a chance to win the hottest prizes. Turn up the perfect summer soundtrack for your road trips, pool parties, and cookouts with specially curated playlists. Plus, dive into the world of podcasts and discover captivating stories that will keep you entertained for hours on end. So grab your shades, slather on the sunscreen, and make this summer unforgettable. Download the free iHeartRadio app now.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal made just for you, let our team member Jacob share what's special about Culver's.
In Wisconsin, our food comes from the heart, and taking the time to handcraft your meal with care is how we've always done it at Culver's. It's why your Butterburger doesn't touch the grill until after you order, so every bite is hot and juicy every time. Because we love making you a burger that tastes exactly how it should.
Come to Culver's and let us serve you a Butterburger, made special just for you. From Wisconsin with love. Welcome to Delicious. To everyone who craves a handcrafted treat, let our team member Sephora tell you about a Culver's favorite.
We make our thick and creamy fresh frozen custard in small batches all throughout the day.
And we mean all day, every day. From our supremely rich shakes and concrete mixers to our freshly scooped dishes and cones, we handcraft every bite to pure perfection. Making you a sweet treat with care is the best part of my day.
Come to Culver's and get a taste of our fresh frozen custard.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
It's Savannah Guthrie and Hoda Kotb. We have an incredible week on the Today Show.
Robert De Niro, Jessica Chastain, and Sydney Sweeney will be stopping by.
And Big Time Rush performs live on our plaza.
Join us every morning on NBC.
Because every day needs today.
Wells Fargo gives you access to direct deposit funds up to 2 days early.
Plus, if you look at the X and Y axes...
What if everything came 2 days early? Like the weekend.
Well, that was a pleasant surprise.
You can't get everything early, but when it comes to direct deposits, you can with Wells Fargo.
Visit wellsfargo.com/get-early to learn more. Terms and conditions apply. Not all direct deposits are eligible. Early availability is not guaranteed and may vary between deposits from the same payer. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
Just call up, just call up, just call up, just call up. Ain't you gonna go? Just call up.
Mo DeWitt, Office, Orlando. Sung by a non-attorney spokesperson.
Mills Air has been in business for over 30 years. On behalf of iHeart's Access Day, they'll be offering our listeners a special offer of up to $3,500 off new AC units. A Carrier factory authorized dealer. Turn to the experts. For more information, go to millsair.com.
I love Mondays. And yes, I'm being 100% serious. Why? It's because I'm a Dunkin' Rewards member. And Mondays are better with Dunkin' Rewards. Every Monday this month, Rewards members get a free medium hot or iced coffee with any purchase. Not a member? Join on the Dunkin' app and never miss a deal like this. Dunkin' Rewards. Save them, stack them, use them how you want. America runs on Dunkin'. Limit 1 per member per Monday. Additional charges and terms may apply. Participation may vary. Limited time offer.
Summer's heating things up, outside and on the grill. Whether you're smoking a brisket or grilling up veggies, Kingsford Original Charcoal delivers the consistent performance and smoky wood-fired flavor barbecuers crave. Kingsford Original lights faster and has a long burn time, giving you the ultimate grilling experience. So grab a bag of Kingsford Original Charcoal. Kingsford.com. Kingsford Original Charcoal lights faster and delivers consistent performance compared to nationally available charcoal in the USA.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
Jesse Kelly here. I'm not a financial expert, but I do look for solid investment opportunities for investment growth and protection against loss. I do know that putting all your eggs in one basket is not a good financial plan. Securing your IRA or 401k with real gold and silver with Oxford Gold is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Or you can buy precious metals and keep them in your safe. One app, one call, and you pick your precious metals. That's 833-404-GOLD. That's 833-404-GOLD.
Only iHeartRadio gives you access to all of your favorite radio stations.
Rover's Morning Glory.
It's The Woody Show.
It's Elliot in the morning.
All of the once-in-a-lifetime events. iHeartRadio Music Festival. All of the best free curated playlists.
It's everything that rocks.
All of the great podcasts for every interest.
This is Freddie Prinze Jr. from the Wrestling with Freddie podcast.
All of the mind-blowing content.
$20,000.
Awesome. All of your favorite superstars.
This is Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters.
Best of all, it doesn't cost a thing. Download the absolutely free iHeartRadio app now.
Morgan & Morgan. Dial pound 529 on your cell phone. Pound law, that's all.
In just a moment. You got thoughts? Join us on the show. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your dispatch now. This hasn't gotten a ton of attention, but it is kind of insane to think about. There was a big incident in Hollywood, Florida, like the Hollywood Beach area, which I've never been to, but from what I could tell, it sounds like they have like a boardwalk kind of thing.
It was the go-to place growing up.
It's just like you just hang out, walk along the beach.
And they redid it a couple years ago, and I remember bringing someone who was like visiting Miami for the first time over there.
Is it nice?
Away from Miami into Hollywood. Yeah, it is nice. It's packed. Like it's
I'm
definitely
guessing
your tourist area now.
Memorial Day weekend, I'm guessing there was just a ton of people down there because even though I didn't do this, Memorial Day weekend's a big beach day, right?
Yes.
That's like a day when a lot of people head out for like a cookout or to go to the beach. And so it was probably absolutely slammed and crowded out there on the beach. And all of a sudden, they're suggesting that there was some problem with two different groups. You know, there's two different groups of people were fighting with each other. And then the two different groups of people, even though they're surrounded by all sorts of folks just hanging out for Memorial Day, they just start a shootout with each other. And everybody in between is getting lit up like Swiss cheese. And he ended up with 9 people that got shot in this melee, or they got hurt, including 6 adults and 3 children that were injured in this thing. And they said there were children between the ages of 1 and 17 that were hit, and 5 adults between 25 and 65. One was in surgery late yesterday. The others are stable, and they're trying to figure out exactly what prompted all of this. But they do believe that, it was 2 groups of people. Some sort of argument pops up, and then they just, bam, bam, they just start shooting at each other. I don't know if it's gang-related or whatever, but God almighty, I mean...
They arrested one person, still looking for the other one, but I can't... It's all too common now, where you're looking at 9 people who were shot. And this is, in that area, like, if they didn't die, then everyone kind of moves on to the next story.
Yeah, the next,
and you don't realize the lifetime of physical and emotional and mental trauma that anyone who is there that day will have.
Right. And they're not expecting anything. They're just sitting there on the beach, and all of a sudden they hear some gunshots ring out.
So nonchalant all the time.
And this was a situation that no one was expecting except for the morons who were shooting at each other for whatever reason. And imagine just like shooting with people everywhere. All right, if you guys want to do drive-bys on each other and kill each other one by one, you have at it, by all means. But when people are just like opening, like it's a situation where you just start opening fire on a public group of people on a beach, holy cow. I'm glad they got at least one person in custody, but, I'm sure there's more people who are responsible for this, and hopefully they'll find them. They say they will. The Hollywood Police Department will leave no stone unturned, they say. We do not appreciate when people come into our city with guns and have an altercation in the midst of a public setting here. Don't appreciate it is the very least, I would say, in that circumstance. Okay, we have time to work in just a couple of dispatches, so let's see exactly what you have on your mind here. Here is the Green Panda talking about sweating corpses, which is weird.
Hey guys, love the show.
Hey.
I just caught it at a weird moment. You're talking about corpses sweating.
Mm-hmm.
Odd. But it made me think of when you take out meat out of the refrigerator or freezer and you leave it in a warmer temperature, it gets kind of a condensation on that. So maybe that's what the corpse sweating is.
Not actual
Still
sweating.
kind of gross. Anyway, have a great day. See you.
Yeah, no matter how you phrase it, it's gross.
Yeah, somebody on the texting service said, that's not sweat, it's body fluids. And you're like, oh,
Ew.
that's better.
So just whatever is left in their system coming out of their pores? Ugh, that is vile. Here is Laserblade with a dispatch.
Just a quick question. Why does Mo have to tell you that the jingle was sung by a non-attorney spokesperson?
It's required.
Rules.
That's all. Thanks.
Ask the Florida bar.
Yeah, not only do they have to do that, but every single commercial an attorney has, they have to get it approved.
Yeah.
And somebody's got to like listen to it, and they got to pay for it to get reviewed too. So that they have to have all that. I think
it's not cheap.
I don't know who else is held to those same kind of things. Maybe the pharmaceutical companies have to have like a lot of stuff like that, but attorneys are held to like a different standard because of the bar.
I mean, like pharmaceutical ads, especially ones, I remember like if you had an ad in a magazine, you had to print like all the stuff in that ad.
Yeah.
Like it had to take up a significant portion of that page with all the potential side effects, and it was like their version of legalese.
Yeah, and then they could put a small version of that on their TV commercial or radio commercial and say, for more, go see our ad in Golf Digest.
Yeah.
And the people, okay, so I got to buy a Golf Digest magazine to find out what kind of side effects I'm going to have here? This is a nightmare. All right, quick break. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? It's a new week, so let's get weird and ask Sean and C-Lane how much it would cost for Quentin Tarantino to lick their toes. Think about that.
Okay.
Queen's music catalog is rumored to be up for sale. Let's hope the girls also have some fat pockets. Plus, the founder of Hollywood's Magic Castle, Abracadavers himself at the age of 92. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7. It's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and SecuredRoofingAndRestoration.com. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Mike, and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro. We have a beautiful Tuesday ahead. Forecast highs are going to be warm in the upper 80s, if not 90 degrees. Mix of sun and clouds, and we do remain mostly dry. 10% chance or less for an isolated shower or two. And then overnight tonight, we're mostly cloudy with lows right around 70 degrees. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro. Have a great rest of your day.
This report is sponsored by STEM.
Humans can do a lot of amazing things. Fighting bugs? Ew, a bug, get it! Isn't one of them. STEM is powered by active ingredients found in plants to fight off bugs safely and effectively when used as directed. STEM, rooted in nature, optimized by science.
If you have a family member who is active duty, now is the right time to call Zero Res. Right now, get a 25% military discount. That's 25% off carpet cleaning, tile and grout, upholstery, and oriental rugs. Zero Res, spelled forwards and backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season right now. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
Did you guys know the average person eats 9 spiders whenever I cook for them?
From his multiple Netflix comedy specials, Anthony Jeselnik brings his new stand-up tour, Bones and All, inside Hard Rock Event Center at Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa. Don't miss Anthony Jeselnik, live on November 19th. Tickets are on sale now at hardrocktampa.com and anthonyjeselnik.com. Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa.
Looking for more energy? Amino Energy by Optimum Nutrition is now available at 7-Eleven for only $2.49. Or now 3 for $5 through June 27th. From morning wake up to afternoon pick me up, Amino Energy serves up 0 grams of sugar and refreshing fruit flavors. Grab one today at 7-Eleven and get more from your day. There's more of you and you with Amino Energy.
Finding great people to hire is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's pretty difficult, right? Well, ZipRecruiter has mastered finding a needle in a haystack, so they take it to the next level. They make hiring so simple that it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. And that's why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Here's what it's like to use ZipRecruiter. They have so many qualified candidates that it's easier to find the right ones for your roles. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's a lot of needles. So how do they do it? ZipRecruiter's powerful technology sends you candidates who are a great match for your job, and you can even invite your top choices to apply. So if you want less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
For adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy, now there's Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months, and Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Nothing and me go hand in hand.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, you could achieve 90% clearer skin. Ask your doctor about the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Spending more time outside? Don't let mosquitoes ruin the fun. At Heron Home and Outdoor, we specialize in mosquito control and prevention to protect your yard. Visit myheronhome.com today for a free quote. Heron Home and Outdoor, your local pest and lawn experts.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Ricardo, quote, "This is one of the greatest inventions ever. I know this may sound like I'm exaggerating, but this sucker is amazing. The first time I did it, I couldn't believe what came out of my sinuses. I could breathe with ease. My wife just bought one too. Thank you for this product," unquote. He's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
Grab your shades, your flip-flops, and your free iHeartRadio app for the unofficial start of summer 2023. No matter where you go this summer, your favorite radio station, the music you love, and the best podcasts in the world will be along for the adventure. Download the free iHeartRadio app today.
At SimpliSafe, we design award-winning security to protect every inch of your home. It's easy to set up yourself, and now there's an even easier option. Have an expert do it for you with SimpliSafe Pro Install. Always protecting, never a contract. 2 easy installation options, backed by 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. Get 20% off any new system with interactive monitoring at simplysafe.com/radio. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Winning Wednesdays happen every Wednesday on our Instagram page at Real Radio 1041 with a new prize available every Wednesday. Real Radio 1041 on Instagram is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
The next episode in just a moment. All things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. And if you miss any of the show, go grab the podcast. The links are up there for you on the website. Check it all out over at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV. You can't possibly keep up with all of it. Even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Yeah, I was whacking it.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey.
Smoke weed every day. Hold up.
So close. I just got the clamps for the studio lights. They'll be fixed within the next couple of weeks, I promise.
Are they installed?
Yeah, they're just hanging up there waiting.
They're just hanging there, not plugged in.
What about here?
Oh,
Didn't
that's-
they put stuff here?
Yeah, that's just the background. Those
They
can
don't
do
change
stuff.
colors?
They can change colors and do all kinds of stuff.
We're gonna.
I just like
They
that.
have the Sean just likes plain white.
Well, we can set it up so we can
what
do
was
some
the point
effects.
of having multiple colors?
No,
if you only like
we
one
can
color?
do that. We can make it so seem like it hit a button and then all kinds of stuff would
I feel
change.
like if my background represents me, it should be a different color,
It
like pink,
is
because I have a vagina.
Gonna stay like that for right now, but we could do something with it.
You know who's also going to stay just as wonderful as they are all the time? That mortgage guy Don, thatmortgageguyDon.com, the host of the Home Loans Radio Show and the man who is going to make the process of shopping for a quote so much easier. Start the process today by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com. It was 15 years ago, 2008, Samantha was introduced to the world.
Oh, Sex in the City.
Yeah, I bang everybody.
She had a falling out with the rest of the ladies, didn't she?
Yes, yeah. Her
Like,
and
they don't like each other.
Her and Carrie didn't get along very well.
Oh.
But what are you going to do?
Too bad.
Was she even in the movie when they did the Sex and the City movie?
She was in the first one, but she was not in the and what's the new one? And So It Was,
And Just Like That.
and Just Like That.
Oh, I
But
haven't
she's not
seen
part
any
of
of
that
those.
at all.
Yeah, it was funny because I think the Sex and the City and Just Like That reboot got kind of a decent buzz, and then all that Chris Noth stuff happened.
Oh yeah, right before it started.
And they edited him out of the last episode. Meanwhile, Samantha was doing How I Met Your Father.
Oh,
and so you're like, all right, cool.
And for his next act, Milt Larson, the co-founder of Hollywood's Magic Castle, dies.
Oh.
At the age of 92 years old. It is with heavy hearts, the Academy of Magical Arts shares the sad news that Magic Castle founder Milt Larson has passed away. For decades, he brought magic to so many lives, and his legacy will continue to do so. We will miss him tremendously. You guys have not been, have you?
No.
I told you about my story going.
I remember you saying something about this.
A couple years ago, it was pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
I think it was like right before, actually, that we go to L.A., end up going to the Magic Castle, thanks to a friend of a friend who was a magician. And then we also happen to go on Veterans Weekend. So I will say I have heard wonderful things about Magic Castle. I, too, had a wonderful time. But I will say, if you are not a veteran, the themed magic shows based around military service was a little off-putting.
I always got the feeling that I could be really let down by that place. Was it like
awesome.
Was it like dirty and weird inside?
No.
It's nice.
No, it's very cool, and like you have to dress nicely, and if you are not there with a magician, then you have to pay for like entry.
But
and
magicians get in free
if you're part of like the magician
If you're
club.
part- yeah, okay, I see.
But then they have like a really cool like underground bunker area that has
Ooh.
another magic show, and then throughout the year, the magicians that go and hang out, you're just like walking around this massive castle and magicians are doing magic.
I like the idea of it.
But this one was also like God Bless the USA with magic.
Very patriotic.
Yeah. So that being said, we bid adieu to Larson, a magician himself, a writer for a TV game show, a couple of them to be exact, Truth and Consequences, founded the Magic Castle in 1963 with his brother and his wife as well. They have operated the exclusive club for decades, and in 2022, they, I guess, purchased along with Pitchford.
Mm-hmm.
He was the video game maker of Gearbox Entertainment. So he said, no more video games. We'll do more magic. So may he rest in peace. You guys don't even care about magic.
Gearbox. Why does that sound familiar?
I don't
Did they make anything popular?
I'm just going to go with yes.
Okay.
The Academy of Magical Arts is the name of the place, I guess.
I would highly recommend it. I'm sure this weekend will be super sad.
Kind of unique place. I like that.
Little Mermaid making a splash this weekend.
Yeah.
Can't wait for C-Lane to
He's not
give
going
me
to watch
the
it.
USB.
He doesn't like the Black Mermaid. He's not going.
Says who?
I just heard some rumors.
I'm fine with the Black Mermaid. The weirdo Sebastian.
The weirdo Sebastian ruins it for me. It's real strange.
Well, it didn't ruin it for everybody because they brought in $117.5 million domestically over the 4-day weekend,
Doesn't mean they all
representing
liked it.
the 5th highest Memorial Day weekend opening of all time.
Not bad.
Now, I guess this time last year was Top Gun Maverick,
Mm-hmm.
and that did great, much better than The Little Mermaid, but it was still a healthy momentum for the rest of the jam-packed summer.
I'm
now
not
that the kids
into
are out
it.
of school.
You know what I don't like?
I haven't even seen it. How do you know if you're not into it?
No, I'm not into the style. I like when they brought back The Lion King. I used to love The Lion King, and so I watched the new one, and I was like, I don't like this.
See, I did enjoy the new Lion King because there was also moments of nostalgia for me where I was looking at seemingly
Real
realistic
animals. Yeah.
doing the same lines that I remember.
But yeah, it's like the same.
But you at least knew that
thing.
they weren't real, right?
No, I didn't.
felt
I was
real,
like,
'cause-
are we in Animal Kingdom right now?
No.
They can sing.
Because, somebody that we all know was very impressed with the amount of training that went into the production of The Lion
Stop
King.
it.
I forgot about
and
that.
Said that was why it took so long to
Leave
make
them
the new
alone.
Lion King.
You have to teach them how to dance in formation. That doesn't happen
And to
overnight.
talk.
Yeah.
The film cost $250 million to produce, and it's so far brought in almost $69 million internationally, bringing its worldwide gross to almost $190 million. However, I guess it struggled in China.
Mm-hmm.
It brought in $2.5 million in China.
That seems low.
Probably because all the gay stuff.
I don't know. Wait, there's gay stuff in it?
Nope, made that up.
Yeah, it's the Mermaid's Black is the big difference, I think. And they changed some of the songs, and then they do this thing that they've been doing lately where they take out like the damsel in distress stuff, which is stupid for Little Mermaid because she wasn't the damsel in distress. She saved the dude.
She did.
The guy that she was interested in the whole time and trying to get legs from.
Right.
She saved him, so he was like the person in distress.
And then also kind of just there's like a bigger picture of the King Triton is just like enslaved his daughters, all 8 of them.
Yes.
And then she wants to get away from that, but then they say, "Well, we'll disown you," and it's a whole thing. And then do we know if the priest's penis was?
I don't think they did that.
Okay.
I don't think they repeated that. The prince has a black mom too. They changed that part of it too, which then they have to force in that like he's adopted and stuff. I don't know. I just don't like when they remake a movie that was an animated thing and now it's like I don't know. I'm not into it.
Did they confirm whether or not your biggest fear was realized?
What was that? I forgot.
Sebastian not being Jamaican?
Oh, no, I think he is. Yeah. I think he is.
It's Daveed Diggs, who was on the original cast of Hamilton.
Oh, really? Okay, good. I like that.
It earned a 95% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. We also have Disney having a mixed track record when it comes to live action, like Sean was just saying. Remakes for Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, and Aladdin went on to gross over $1.6 billion, $1.2 billion, and $1 billion, respectively. Now, they say Dumbo and Christopher Robin far less successful, but they're still going to do it.
I totally forgot they did a remake of Dumbo. I forgot all about that.
That's why it did very poorly. What else to watch this summer? Because they're now just rolling it out. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse on June 2nd. Transformers, Rise of the Beasts. Still making a bunch of money. This is Fast and Furious track.
Yeah, they've
This
got
has to be the 10th film, right?
Let me see how many they have.
The Flash on the 16th. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Part 2 headed our way. And then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem in August. And Blue Beetle, August 18th. This is my favorite part. Are you familiar with the singer who has not been in the headlines since, I think, before 2000, Paloma Faith?
No.
Well, she has made a comment in which a lot of people are saying, hey, did you see the original? Paloma Faith says she is real pissed because she could not believe that Ariel traded her voice in order to be on land and have legs.
Really?
And to that I say, did you realize that's exactly what the
That's the
story
message.
was about? It was 1989, the same plot line, and she adds, "What the f is this s? Not what I want to be teaching next gen women at all. I don't want my kids to think that it's okay to give up your entire voice and your powers to love a man."
This is reading the headline and not reading the story. This is the same as that.
This woman here, or
where
me?
you just like when you don't when you don't watch the movie, so you don't understand that what you're saying is what is actually happening in the movie.
So you didn't even watch it, lady. But I guess Halle Bailey, who is, of course, the star of the live-action Little Mermaid, says that things have changed. The new version has a perspective of just her wanting to leave the ocean for a boy. It's way bigger than that. It's about herself, her purpose, her freedom, her life, and what she wants. So either it went right over Paloma's head, or she didn't watch the movie at all.
I guess not.
Someone not watching the movie is one of these boys right here.
The Island Boy.
That's right. And Frankie Venegas. Frankie V. One of the twins from the Island Boys duo. To think, they hit internet stardom just 2 years ago.
Yeah, they kind of faded fast.
I didn't know they were twins.
I mean, they look exactly like
Exactly
each other.
the same.
They even had the same little weirdo haircut and all that.
You can make two people have the same weirdo haircut and not be twins.
Yeah, but they look exactly like each other.
Well, now he's
racist.
Wait, they're not black. They're white.
Now he's
I
a
didn't say the word.
restraining order, boy.
Oh, really?
Yes, following a domestic battery arrest at the ripe age of, I think, 21.
Damn.
He was arrested for domestic battery earlier this month, released from jail. Now he's a set of special conditions as the case moves forward. He can have zero contact with the alleged victim, his ex Amina Sobi, which is pretty common, standard practice with a domestic violence case. He was also told not to get anywhere near alcohol and drugs.
Oh.
Random drug and alcohol testing. No weapons whatsoever. And as far as his twin brother, Fly Soldier, one word, he's perfectly fine and can continue to do his alcohol and drug usage.
So Fly Soldier's good. He's free.
Yeah, but
He can
Frankie V
drink.
is not.
Frankie V, not so good.
He apparently slapped and pushed his girlfriend into the pool after she threatened to, wait for it, hope you're sitting down, break up with him.
Oh.
So there you have
That
it.
happens.
Benedict Cumberbatch and his family have been terrorized by a knife-wielding former chef. 35-year-old Jack Bissell, not sure if he's related to the vacuum company,
I hope so.
kicked his way through the front gate of Benedict's home in North London, shouting, "I know you've moved here. I hope it burns down." And also wielding a knife of his. He destroyed a plant. He spit on the intercom of the front door, then ripped it off the wall. Benedict, his wife, and their 3 kids were inside at the house at the time and immediately called the police. Now, Bissell, the chef, fled before the cops showed up, but they got his DNA off the intercom and arrested him immediately. It's not clear when this happened or if he was wielding eggs and hollandaise sauce, but he was arrested eventually. You guys are confused by my comment just now.
No. I mean, eggs and hollandaise sauce?
Also make a
Benedict.
Thank you very much. I'll be here all week. He was slapped with a fine and a 3-year restraining order from the family. Quentin Tarantino. And finally, the question that everyone's, God, my time ran out.
Yeah.
How much would you allow Quentin Tarantino to suck on your toes?
Oh, my God. I'd do it for $100.
Okay, well.
I would aim higher just because I know he's got the money. I know he's good for it.
$10,000 is what he paid, according to a former strip club manager in Hollywood. He came in there, asked for a VIP room and a girl with the biggest backside, and then he licked her feet and sucked her toes until, and I quote, they looked like prunes.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
This guy loves some feet,
That's a
man.
serious toe suck.
Yeah, here's some audio.
We're getting in there.
30 minutes later, gave her $10,000 for her pruny feet that
I'd do
he
it
sucked on.
in a second.
For $10,000.
Yeah, $10,000. Great.
For 30 minutes. Looking down at Quentin Tarantino sucking on your toes.
He's famous, so
The
I'd be
most
like,
awkward 30 minutes, but I would still have $10,000.
Well, this is interesting.
On the boob tube, Google it, but we do have the series premiere of Hot Wheels Ultimate Challenge on NBC. And
Yes.
everything else, best of luck. Follow your dreams of me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambro. Give it a follow, and most importantly, say it with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. When we come back, it's getting that toe. Getting in there. Somebody went overboard on a cruise ship, and there is all sorts of pandemonium as a result of this. Wait till you hear the details. They're coming up next on the News Junkie.
The audio version of a Live, Laugh, Love wall decoration that's been set on fire. Real Radio 104.1.
Watch out for slowdowns due to an accident on I-4 westbound at Cayley Street. There's delays on I-4 eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429. Traveling on Florida's Turnpike, you can expect your regular pockets of congestion. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Colonial Drive heading eastbound at Catherine Avenue. See traffic troubles, call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Pool season is here, but open roles got you underwater? Check out Indeed. Their powerful hiring platform makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
It's the Marketer's Report. Today, Kate Cronin, Chief Brand Officer of Moderna, tells us about the advantages the speed of audio production affords their growing tech company.
At Moderna, we have a mindset saying that we pivot fearlessly. And I think with audio, you can pivot fearlessly. You can go where the news is and bringing in content that perhaps you didn't have a few weeks earlier. It's less 6 months in advance or 3 months in advance when you do a TBC. You're able to create really nimble content, which I think in this day and age, and particularly at Moderna, where we have new information coming out on a regular basis, being able to feed that information to the audio format makes being nimble and pivoting easy.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all, every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a media company, iHeartMedia is your access company. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Hi, it's Savannah Guthrie and Hoda Kotb, and we're excited to tell you about the incredible week we have on the Today Show.
That's right. We've got some of Hollywood's biggest stars live right here in our studio. We have the legendary Robert De Niro, Jessica Chastain, and Sydney Sweeney are all stopping by.
Then you can start your weekend off right. We've got a concert coming up from Big Time Rush. They will be performing live on our plaza.
Join us every morning on NBC.
Because Hoda every day needs today.
Life is full of ifs. If you see potential in every day, if you push for that promotion, and even bigger ifs like if you say, I do. If you can cash flow like a pro and get paid up to 2 days early, if you can safeguard against surprises and supercharge your savings, the if in life becomes less iffy. Regions Life Banking makes it possible. If you're interested.
Let's talk about the if in life. Regions Bank, embrace the if in life.
Regions Bank, member FDIC.
Hey, Magic fans, when you're heading out to the Amway Center or anytime you're away from your business, commercial, or residential property, or you have a special event and you want to be sure that you're well protected, contact American Protection Services and Investigations, proud partner of the Orlando Magic. For a full list of our security services, dial 833-4APSI. Over 30 years in the business, your safety is our top priority because your business is our business.
Have you noticed that solar panels are popping up everywhere? You never know who's going to have solar next, and here's a thought, it could be you. Utility rates keep going up, and now is a great time to save big with Solar Source. Solar Source has been getting the job done in Central Florida for almost 40 years, and right now, Monster fans get special access to their new AI-powered tool that can get you an estimate in 1 minute or less. Visit solarsource.com/monsters for an instant quote.
After an accident, it's important to hire an attorney right away. Evidence can disappear quickly. Sure, you could wait to hire an attorney later and see how things turn out, but delays never make a case better. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. JustCallMo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Mills Air, in business since 1992 here in Central Florida. That's over 30 years. They are not going anywhere. Carrier, factory, authorized dealers always turn to the experts. As part of iHeart's Access Day, they'll be offering our listeners a special offer of up to $3,500 on new AC units. And as we head into summer, now is certainly the time to replace your old unit. And with these special discounts, you need to reach out to Mills Air at millsair.com. That's millsair.com. Offer good while supplies last.
If there's anything better than getting a few of your favorite things from McDonald's, it's getting a few of your favorite things from McDonald's for less in the McDonald's app. Delicious. Order in the McDonald's app today. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Use mobile order and pay on the McD app and get 30% off any purchase of $5 or more, like a steak, egg, and cheese bagel meal. At participating McDonald's, valid once a day through 12/31/23, excludes tax, must opt into rewards.
The McCafe Oreo Frappe has altered my brain chemistry. It's got tasty mocha, a hint of coffee, and Oreo cookie pieces. All of this deliciousness is blended with ice, then covered in whipped topping and even more Oreo cookie pieces. Whoa, that's cold. Brain Frappe! Hurry, the McCafe Oreo Frappe is back for a limited time. Use the McDonald's app and get 20% off your order of $1 or more. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid 5/1/23 through 12/31/23 at participating McDonald's. Valid one time per day until supplies last. Oreo is a trademark of Mondelez International Group used under license.
Get this. Joey and me were supposed to go to this concert next week, right? But then something terrible happened. Joey was driving without a seatbelt. But he didn't wreck. No, he got pulled over. Now Joey has to pay for his seatbelt ticket instead of a concert ticket, and I have to go by myself. How lame is that? So Joey, if you're out there, you're an idiot. Wear your seatbelt or you'll get a ticket.
All across the country, cops are cracking down. Click it or ticket, day and night.
Funded by the Florida Department of Transportation.
It's almost that time, almost time for Access Day this Thursday, June 1st. That means huge savings from the brands you know and love and once-in-a-lifetime giveaways and experiences from iHeartRadio. From saving thousands of dollars on a new AC from Mills Air, which I have done too, to winning trips and seeing your favorite performers, like winning a trip to L.A., hang out with LL Cool J, 2 nights of Pink in concert, so much more. Go to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com now to register to receive reminders when deals go live.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season and available in the produce section right now. Whoa, hey, careful now. There's plenty of juicy watermelon and other tasty Florida-grown produce for everyone. I mean, all you have to do is ask for Fresh from Florida or look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
If you ever need our help, we're just a call away. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind Studios. Why Kaufman & Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Insane stories over the years about people going overboard on cruise ships. And I remember one where there was like a couple, I think it was a gay couple, like these two dudes, and they were arguing about something. And obviously, it's a cruise ship. There's maybe some drinking involved here. And one of the guys, like in the middle of the fight, jumped over the balcony off the cruise ship and into the water. And you're like, oh my God. And this,
hey, you know what? The one I remember all the time is the grandfather.
Yes.
Who was holding his, 2-year-old granddaughter over the edge just to see everything, dropped her.
Yeah, and then he got charged, I think, at some point in time for that. Because, oh, my God. These are like, if you fall, like even from a lower point on one of these big cruise ships, you could die, I would imagine, from some levels, just hitting the water. Yeah. Right? Because these cruise
stories
ships,
up.
Yeah, it's like multiple stories high that you're crashing into the water. And then if you don't die from impact, which I don't think most people do, but some people might.
If you're lost.
You're just in the water. And people think, well, the cruise ship will get you. The cruise ship can't just turn around and do a little donut or something.
It's very expensive if they do.
Yeah, and it takes it a while to get back to where you were, to get somebody in a little lifeboat or something.
And to find you.
Yeah, to find you and to help you out. And so it's a really, really treacherous thing. And it seems to pop up quite a bit. Now, this weekend, they said a 35-year-old man is missing off the coast after going overboard from a Carnival cruise ship. They went overboard about 186 miles east of Jacksonville on the Carnival Magic cruise ship. And they said they didn't know too much else about this. But, once you got that much time passing by, woo, buddy, it doesn't look good. You can't survive that long just bobbing around in the ocean like that.
Our coverage this
Here's
afternoon on the missing
one of the stories about this.
Who officials say fell overboard the Carnival Magic early Monday morning.
His partner tells 13 News Now the man is Ronnie Peel Jr. The ship arrived in Norfolk this morning, and passengers getting off are still a bit shaken.
Oh, sorry, hang on.
Shaken up by this incident. Casey Baylor joins us live in the studio. Casey, what information do you have on this?
What happened to this
Bethany, Jenny Lynn Blosser says she's in a relationship with Ronnie Peel Jr., and she described him as the life of the party, someone who loved to drink, gamble, and socialize with others.
Maybe a little too much,
Wouldn't
bud.
have gone with that quote.
Jumping off the ship, if that was the case,
doesn't
was
surprise
a
me.
Bad idea. Maybe he didn't do that, though. Maybe it was an accident.
Members of the Coast Guard are actively searching for Peel.
Let's see what they say here.
A relaxing cruise on the Carnival Magic took a scary turn as it came back to Norfolk.
Shocking and overwhelmed, I was very overwhelmed.
According to a Carnival Cruise Line spokesperson, a man went missing on the ship. His partner, Jenny Lynn Blosser, reported his disappearance Monday afternoon.
I think it was about 3 o'clock-ish. They started paging the gentleman.
Dawn Schreiber, a passenger on Carnival Magic, says announcement for the man.
They started paging him.
Yeah. They said he was missing first. Okay. So they're like,
so he's long gone.
Yeah.
There is no turning around to go find his body.
This guy doesn't have a chance, I don't think.
If you're on a cruise ship and suddenly all day they've been paging one person throughout the entirety of the ship, does that mean like you pretty much like somebody went overboard?
Yeah, that means they're searching for this guy.
How are there no sensors on the ship that would indicate something has gone overboard?
I don't know.
You have a
that
backup
wouldn't
cam
be that
and
hard
not
to
have
do.
No, I don't think so.
If they just pointed cameras off all the different sides of the ship, if there was some kind of large object that went by, that would be easy enough to determine, I think.
Yeah, but you would also have to think, okay, what else would trigger those cameras to make them efficient? So, okay, you're on a cruise ship and you throw an empty beer bottle off the side of the ship.
Yeah.
Is that going to have the same effect on the cameras? Is that going to?
I think they might want it.
Is that going to trigger the thing? But then, how often are we? Because I'm not saying people are constantly throwing stuff off of cruise ships.
Yeah.
But how often are we like on red alert that somebody has gone overboard?
Well, they could make it so if there's any kind of thing, just like with your doorbell camera or something, it says like there's something was caught on the camera, and then you look and you go, did a person fall in?
I think your backup camera, if you see like a soda in the back, it's not going to start beeping. But if you see a toddler, it will.
Right.
So like anything more than 20 pounds.
They definitely have the technology. There's no doubt about that. Like they totally have the technology to determine when somebody goes overboard. I guess they might just not do that.
Sometimes I wonder, like, because I've been told about technology that I go, is that a real thing, or are they just lying to you?
Right.
Like my friend lived in a high-rise downtown, and he said if you throw a cigarette butt off the balcony, the cameras will pinpoint exactly which apartment it came from,
right?
And we'll fine him $250.
That's like
how many cigs I chucked off of Sean's high-rise balcony?
It was not Sean's high-rise.
This is like when people tell you if you pee in the public pool,
it turns purple.
It'll turn all blue or purple or whatever around you.
No, it doesn't.
And everybody's going to know. And then you're like, you don't want to be the one that tests to see if this is a real thing. Some of those are just some urban legends used to scare people to behave, which, if they work, they work. Okay, let's go over to you. We got some dispatches. It's time to work those in. Let's see what's going on. Here is Swilly, and Swilly's chiming in about Share the Show Tuesday, I guess? I don't know. Or STS?
Hey, everybody, happy today. So
What's
I just
STS?
had to share the show in possibly the most awkward way possible. I'm smart enough to not have the radio on, just on my phone. I use headphones because you guys are weird, and the things that you talk about are weird.
Whatever, you love us.
But of course, I've got my headphones in, and my customer comes out to talk to me, and we're in the backyard. It's a very quiet and forested area. I forgot to pause the iHeartRadio app.
No, wait, what did he hear? Was it us talking about corpses sweating? Because we figured that one out. Our friend B-Dob said it's like the changing of temperature of the corpse.
Yeah, from the fridge.
Like
which actually
condensation.
That makes sense.
That's what that guy said about the meat.
Yeah, that adds up. It's crazy, but I hope they didn't hear that when you were trying to do some work.
Because what comes over my headphones but the loud, obnoxious, sloppy fellatio sound effect.
That's probably the worst one.
She asked me, what are you listening to there, Swilly? So I had to explain it. It's the radio.
It's not fellatio. It's Quentin Tarantino sucking toes.
Yeah.
Come on.
Totally different.
Get with it.
VW Shane says Sean's midlife crisis. All right.
For most people's midlife crisis, they buy like a sports car, maybe a Firebird or a Camaro. Maybe they do some drugs for a little bit, get a tattoo.
Yeah.
Sean turned 65, realizes he's done all that stuff already.
I'm not 65.
So now he's committing crimes. He's reading books. And worst of all, he stopped bathing. Oh my God, what is next for you?
Look,
Somebody go pop.
Somebody on the texting service early on went, Not bathing is a sign of depression.
Look, all these things are happening at once. They're not related to one another.
Okay, but it's also worth mentioning that you've done this book reading thing before.
I like to read books. I read all the time. I always read
what year
stuff.
was it, C-Lane? I know we were still in the studio, and he's like, my goal for the new year is to read a book a week.
I like
and that lasted all of 3 weeks.
No, I would never do a book a week. A book a month.
Book a month?
Yeah, I could read very, very fast. And
cool.
I like reading. I think it's good to expand your
What's the last
knowledge.
book you read?
I've read all kinds of books.
Okay, what's the last one you read in its entirety?
7 Dead Girls.
No more questions. Thank you so much.
It's a book. I like reading. You know, you guys.
Mine was bathroom trivia.
You guys make totally normal things I do seem weird. It's nothing weird about reading a book. You're sitting on the couch instead of
It's
like
more
scrolling
about the
through
title
social
of the
media.
book is that we're taken aback by.
I like murder mystery stuff. I like stuff that keeps me guessing. That's why I'm really into this silo thing right now. I'm digging it. I'm really into that stuff. But this is a total normal behavior that human beings do. Just because you guys don't know how to read, you know, the two of you don't have the skill
shots fired.
to be able to read one of these books. You take shots at me like I'm doing something strange. I'm not going to have a book club or anything. I mean, I'm not going to get together and have a conversation about this.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Just privately reading a book and enjoying expanding my mind and
weird.
vocabulary.
Weirdo.
It's not weird at
Weirdo
all.
alert.
Totally normal. But thanks for the dispatch. Here is, God, there's a bunch we got to get to. Here's Cocoa Bill chiming in. Hello?
So, yes, it is illegal
Excuse
to dump
me.
things.
That is a bad sounding dispatch.
Is that via an AM radio?
I want to know what kind of phone this
Rest
guy
in
has.
peace.
Like that. But my favorite drop-off in a construction dumper was a used ATM machine and a piano in the same dumpster.
Wow.
I just was wondering what they thought when they came in and saw that.
All
Take
right.
care, guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Wait, I was wondering what they thought when they came in and saw that. At what point is this guy in the line of trash here? Like,
I don't know.
Like, did he work for the dump and saw them bring it in?
Yeah.
Did he?
I don't
Was
think
he the one
said.
that dumped the piano in there?
Who's throwing away pianos out there? I mean, that's something.
People throw away pianos all the time.
Dude, it's like something that you can't. It's beyond
I
repair.
just recently threw away a piano.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like an upright?
It was an organ, and to actually get it fixed would take so much research and probably sending it off to somebody that I just
More than just getting a new piano or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, rest in peace.
All right. Well, it had a good run. And let's
I
go
guess
over
I should
to...
be reading books instead.
You should. Reading books is good for you. I'll teach you how to read if you want some help.
I know how to read,
If you need
Sean.
assistance, we could
If
do it.
that is like your biggest dig, then try again.
I can
Go
have
back
better
to
ones.
the drawing.
if
No,
you,
don't.
if you want me to.
Go ahead.
Let's go over to Green
ahead.
Panda with a dispatch. Oh, hold on. That one's just coming in right now. I'll
All
get to it
right.
in just a second here.
Solid.
Here, we're gonna just. Are you now here to heckle the show?
Yes.
Is this what your plan is
The
for the
answer
rest
is
of this?
correct.
Hey guys, I just want to stand up for Sean. Leave Sean alone, first of all. The man is bettering himself by reading a book.
Imagine
and
that.
if it's one book a month or a week, whatever it is, good for you, Sean. Don't let them put you down because nobody else reads. On my own note, I've been doing books on audio, so it's kind of been cheating
Doing
on you guys. So I do have to apologize about that. Anyway, love the show.
Let me
See
tell
ya.
you something. I want to throw this out there because I'm tired of hearing this. If you listen to an audiobook, it is still an enriching thing in your life. It's still good for you to listen to an audiobook, even if you're not actually reading the words off of the page. But people will go, I read this book, and they'll go, no, I actually didn't read it. I just listened to the audiobook. It's not like watching the movie. Watching the movie instead of reading the book is a gigantic shortcut, and you don't get the same experience. But if you listen to like the unabridged version of a book, you've done the same damn thing except for actually reading the words off the page. It's like having somebody read it to you instead, which is nice sometimes. You get lost in some of these things. Here is A4 Amazing talking about cruise ships.
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Junkies, all
Hola.
the people out there in Radio Land. Going overboard. Let me just say that there are tiny little tags, bracelets, all kinds of little tech objects that do what's called geofencing. It would take an upgrade of tech on the ships in order to add that as like bracelets or a necklace or whatever that the passengers would have to wear. And no, the cruise ship companies are too greedy to do that little bit of tech to add on the ships.
Interesting. So she's saying kind of like how when you go to Disney World, you have like the little thing.
Magic band or something like that?
If each passenger, no matter if they're like little kids or full-grown adults, if everybody had one of those bracelets and then you geo-fenced, like make an invisible fence on the sides of the ship, and if one of those bracelets went by it, you would know that either a bracelet fell off and went in the water or, worst case scenario, somebody fell in the water. Which is a good idea if you could get everybody to do it.
Well, I will say in that case, Virgin Voyages has bracelets.
They do?
Yeah.
You use for like purchasing things and whatnot? Yeah.
And I guess maybe they have a geofence as well.
I hear a lot of good things. I hear a lot of bad things about Carnival, and I hear a lot of good things about the Virgin one.
Oh my God, I cannot wait.
Because that's like
the greatest.
I don't know if their ships are newer or something. Or
They're newer, but it's kid-free, and then the process of everything is significantly different than what you've experienced in Royal Caribbean or Carnival.
Yeah.
Nothing against them, but like I found it to be a lot more pleasurable.
But it's more expensive too, right?
Not when you're factoring in, you're not tipping anybody, you're not paying for your meals that you order to the room. Like it all goes into that same bank. It's an upfront cost that's different, but that's not a big bill at the end of it.
It's kind of an affordable way to get a vacation. And honestly, if you find like good deals out there, people crap
I had a
all over
blast
cruises.
on my last cruise.
Like people will crap on it because they'll be like, it's not a real vacation. I mean, if you're just looking to chill, it's a pretty good way to chill. You want to get drunk for a couple of days.
I understand that you're not exploring the Bahamas by being docked in Nassau for 8 hours. Got that.
Yeah, you're still having fun.
Yeah, you're still having a great time.
You're enjoying yourself and treating yourself. Okay, when we come back, we're going to get to more of your dispatches. Plus, a raccoon enters the chat. What's going on with this animal? Wait until you hear this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Heading through the city, watch out for slowdowns on I-4 heading eastbound and westbound between Princeton Street and Colonial Drive. Authorities are clearing up an accident on I-4 westbound at Cayley Street. Traveling on Florida's Turnpike, you can expect your regular pockets of congestion. There's delays on I-4 heading eastbound between US 27 and after State Road 429. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by ePass.
The Portable Uni by ePass. Now available in black. A toll pass that blends into your windshield. Finally. And Uni works on toll roads in 19 states. The Portable Uni by ePass. Get yours today on Amazon or go with uni.com.
iHeart gives you access to the hottest music, events, and deals. But on June 1st, we're giving you access like never before. It's iHeart Radio Access Day, our 24-hour way of saying thank you for listening. Go to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com today.
You could be joining Ryan Seacrest for a VIP experience at our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival in Las Vegas.
Head to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com to register to receive reminders for when experiences like this and more go live this Thursday.
GiveMeTheVin.com now has 40 offices around the U.S. 40. We did $2 billion in buys last year, $2 billion with a B, because we pay the most, we're easy to deal with, and we take care of you, the customer. That's why we have 4 stars, the highest rankings of any car buyer. GiveMeTheVin.com dominates. Why? Because we take care of our customers. They don't call me America's best car buyer for nothing.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
When you open your hopper, you don't fill it with just any hardwood pellets, right? You fill it with Kingsford 100% hardwood blend pellets. Made right here in the USA with North American ingredients and a 100% natural hardwood blend, Kingsford pellets can be used on any pellet grill and add delicious smoky flavor to any meal. Kingsford's the name you trust for the low and slow cooking you crave. So look for Kingsford 100% hardwood blend pellets. Kingsford.com.
If there's anything better than getting a few of your favorite things from McDonald's, it's getting a few of your favorite things from McDonald's for less in the McDonald's app. Delicious. Order in the McDonald's app today. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Use mobile order and pay on the McD app and get 30% off any purchase of $5 or more, like a steak, egg, and cheese bagel meal. At participating McDonald's, valid once a day through 12/31/23, excludes tax, must opt into rewards.
The McCafe Oreo Frappe has altered my brain chemistry. It's got tasty mocha, a hint of coffee, and Oreo cookie pieces. All of this deliciousness is blended with ice, then covered in whipped topping and even more Oreo cookie pieces. Whoa, that's cold. Brain Frappe! Hurry, the McCafe Oreo Frappe is back for a limited time. Use the McDonald's app and get 20% off your order of $1 or more. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid 5/1/23 through 12/31/23 at participating McDonald's. Valid one time per day until supplies last. Oreo is a trademark of Mondelez International Group used under license.
Make quick and easy family meals with the tastiest flavors of Florida. Look for the sunny, fresh from Florida logo where you shop and find delicious, refreshing recipes for what's in season at followfreshfromflorida.com.
It's Savannah Guthrie and Hoda Kotb. We have an incredible week on the Today Show.
Robert De Niro, Jessica Chastain, and Sydney Sweeney will be stopping by.
And Big Time Rush performs live on our plaza.
Join us every morning on NBC.
Because every day needs today.
At Wells Fargo, if you accidentally overdraw your account, we give you an extra day grace period to avoid the overdraft fee. What if everything came with an extra day?
Sunday night and I have the Sunday scaries.
Honey, don't be scared. Every weekend comes with an extra day now.
All right. TGI Sunday.
It helps to have an extra day. When it comes to overdrafts, you can with Wells Fargo.
Visit wellsfargo.com/getextra to learn more. Terms and conditions apply. Subject to timing requirements and the bank's funds availability policy. Wells Fargo Bank N.A. member FDIC.
Mills Air, in business since 1992 here in Central Florida. That's over 30 years. They are not going anywhere. Carrier, factory, authorized dealers always turn to the experts. As part of iHeart's Access Day, they'll be offering our listeners a special offer of up to $3,500 on new AC units. And as we head into summer, now is certainly the time to replace your old unit. And with these special discounts, you need to reach out to Mills Air at millsair.com. That's millsair.com. Offer good while supplies last.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal made just for you, let our team member Jacob share what's special about Culver's.
In Wisconsin, our food comes from the heart. And taking the time to handcraft your meal with care is how we've always done it at Culver's. It's why your Butterburger doesn't touch the grill until after you order. So every bite is hot and juicy every time. Because we love making you a burger that tastes exactly how it should.
Come to Culver's and let us serve you a Butterburger, made special just for you. From Wisconsin with love. Welcome to Delicious. To everyone who craves a handcrafted treat, let our team member Sephora tell you about a Culver's favorite.
We make our thick and creamy fresh frozen custard in small batches all throughout the day. And we mean all day, every day. From our supremely rich shakes and concrete mixers to our freshly scooped dishes and cones, we handcraft every bite to pure perfection. Making you a sweet treat with care is the best part of my day.
Come to Culver's and get a taste of our fresh frozen custard. From Wisconsin with love. Welcome to Delicious.
Your doorbell camera is just that, a camera, not a security system. Get SafeTouch Security during their buy one, get one free sale. No one beats their technology or price. See for yourself. Visit safetouch.com. Remember, crooks know to stay away from SafeTouch houses. State license EF233.
Just come out, just come out. The man when you're in trouble, car accidents, slips and falls, he's the only one that you should call. Just come out when you're injured on the go.
Orlando Attorney Mo DeWitt, sung by a non-attorney spokesperson.
Hi, I'm Pastor Jeff Shreve, and I invite you to follow me as we pursue wisdom and peace through Pray.com's new podcast, Weekly Wisdom. Every week, we will embark on a journey through the Bible to discover encouraging truths and wisdom to last a lifetime. The Bible says wisdom is like a teacher standing at the gate, calling for us to hear her words before it's too late. Will you answer that call? Listen to Weekly Wisdom with Pastor Jeff Shreve on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Injured? Hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
A wild in just a moment. But first, we have to talk about something, all right? It's time to get this out on the table because when I saw this weekend, I said, everything has gone crazy and nobody is even talking about this. And I'm not talking about boycotting Target or the latest place. There's another one. During the show, they've added a new place to boycott, PetSmart. PetSmart now because they have pride costumes for dogs.
Oh, my God.
Can't have that. We cannot
so
have
crazy.
that. So now they're going to be boycotting PetSmart as well. Add that to the list. But this weekend, I saw this post, and I said, this can't be true. And I look into it, and it was true. And it was somebody who was talking about getting ready to go to the Blink-182 concert because that's coming up soon. They're on a tour right now, I think. And they said for like a decent seat at the Blink-182 show, they said it was $1,200. And so I said, let me take a look here. And some of the seats were actually that much, especially on the StubHub
face
sites.
value? Okay,
no, not face value. But the face value was crazy too. The lawn tickets for just like, the general area right in front of the stage when Blink-182 is playing, just to see Blink-182. This is not a big giant festival, a full day long event or multi-day thing. Just to see Blink-182. The lawn tickets were $250 a piece.
Where?
In Los Angeles.
Okay.
In Los Angeles.
Insane.
That's really expensive.
To sit on the lawn.
Just for the lawn. For the lawn area is the whole area in front of the stage,
No
like
way, man.
general admission, basically. And it's not like they had a ticket that was $15.
Wait, so there were no seats at this venue?
There were seats on the sides, like in a stadium style thing. Think about like a stadium, and the stage is on one end of the stadium, and then all the sides you could buy seats. All the middle on the ground where like a football field would be, that's all where the people go.
Okay, so that's not what you would typically call the lawn.
Well,
when you think of the lawn, you think of like...
You think of the back spot.
You think of the back of Coral Sky.
But regardless, in a general admission situation, for $250, that is runaway prices.
At a stadium, those are floor tickets.
Sure.
$250, and you could be front row if you get there.
I mean, everybody just is going along with this. We blinked, and all of a sudden, concert tickets, you have to get like a payment plan for them. Concert tickets not that long ago.
So all this
were like
hype with
$40, $50.
Ticketmaster and them being in session did nothing.
No, it doesn't
obviously.
seem that way. No, it seems like things have gotten way worse, and the bands have gone, hey, we're going to add a little bit of cost to this, or a lot of bit of cost. If to just have a regular ticket to see Blink-182, you got to pay $250. So you're not going to go by yourself, I wouldn't think. You're going to go with like somebody. $500 for two people to go see a concert for the night? Holy cow. I don't want to old man river you here. I don't want to scream at clouds.
Back in my day, I paid $5.
My day that I'm talking about wasn't even that long ago. And it was very, very commonplace for a ticket to a concert to cost between $35 and let's say like $60. That's where most concert tickets were. They were right there in that sweet spot between about $35 and $60. And that's fine. That's doable.
Oh, man.
But when they're $250 for a regular ass ticket, and this isn't even on the aftermarket.
I'm on Ticketmaster right now, and the floor, which is what you think is the lawn.
It's made out of grass, so I'm calling it the lawn. It's a lawn area.
The floor is standing room only, so it's general admission.
Yeah.
$300 a piece.
Oh, is there up to $300
plus fees?
Dude.
Oh, really? That's before the fees are even added.
Super punk rock of you, Blink-182.
Yeah, and I mean, everybody's doing it though, aren't they? Is there anybody out there that's like still has normal prices for a concert? We're talking about Taylor Swift. My God, these people were putting down small fortunes to bring their very, very upset daughters to go see Taylor Swift because if they missed it, they were going to melt down. Beyonce tickets, hundreds and hundreds of dollars. It just all of a sudden got a lot more expensive. And Serena's right to point out, like, we were just having like congressional hearings with Ticketmaster about the prices on this, and the prices have gone up. They've gone up since that. Again, maybe I'm missing this. Maybe there's somebody out there that's like still decent prices and stuff, but it seems like every band,
it's
a
the
big
band before they get big.
Yes, probably early on. But now every band that's got a big name, they go, well, if that band charged that much, we can charge that much. If this band is charging this much, we can charge this much. And then they start $250 for a regular ticket to a concert is astronomical.
All right, now I'm looking further into their tour to see if perhaps it's better at different venues.
All right.
Maybe this is a Los Angeles thing.
Okay.
And they are hitting 2 places in Florida.
All right. What do they got?
They've got the FLA Live Arena in Sunrise.
I don't know that.
I don't know what
place.
arena that is. And Amalie Arena in Tampa. Oh, wait. That's the arena that, that's the Sunrise Arena. That's where I saw Bruce Springsteen, me and Boss Man Jack. So these are arena shows. And they're actually tax exempt if you buy them at the right time.
Okay.
They're Florida
Wow.
tax exempt if you purchase between yesterday and September 4th. So that's exciting.
You get one thing going for you.
The pit area, which is the closest to like the standing room only.
Oh,
my
sorry.
God.
Did you just climax?
Again. How much is it?
It's unreserved general admission, standing room only pit, right by the stage. 2 seats, $850 each plus fees.
Oh my God!
That's at the
You're
Amalie
better
Arena in
off.
Tampa.
Like all those clips that are coming out now of Taylor Swift and the parking lots surrounding the stadium.
Yes, yeah, but and now they don't want you to do that.
A good time.
Now they're trying to stop them from being outside getting the free show.
Well, these 2 shows in Florida they're arena shows, so you can't hear it from outside.
My God, man, it's wild to me. And I'll tell you what, Courtney and I, when we went to this big like state park or whatever this weekend, we were talking to each other about
the horses.
this. Well, yeah, the horses that we didn't get to see because lady was
Neither
there.
did that lady that was asking directions.
She never found him either, I don't think. But we're going around and we're like, there's so many people here. They had these pavilion areas, and you would like reserve a pavilion. Every single one of them was full. Huge families out there. Everything was really nice and well kept too. And they were barbecuing and they were enjoying their Memorial Day weekend. And Courtney's like, why do you think it's so popular for these people to come out here? And I said, because everything's so expensive. If you have a big ass family and you want to do something for the day, you're not taking them to the Blink-182 show. I know that. You're probably not taking them to a theme park because that's getting more and more unaffordable for so many people. But you could still get like a pavilion and get a bunch of food from the grocery store and have a big day where everybody's hanging out and just listening to music and enjoying yourself. And there's a lot of people that go, hey, we're not exactly rich over here. We need to find something fun for us to do as a family this weekend. And I see it every time we go to one of these places. The people who are like, everything's too expensive for us. This is what we do. This is what we do because it's affordable, finally. And a lot of these things aren't. $800 to see Blink-182.
Those are resale tickets.
Those are ones on StubHub or something?
No, they're on Ticketmaster, but they're verified resale. So Ticketmaster scalps the tickets now, too.
Yeah, they don't want that competition from StubHub. They got to get into that business themselves. All right.
But it's tax exempt, Sean.
Let me tell you the story about this raccoon, okay? There is a raccoon in Maine that a woman brought into this pet store to get a nail trim, and everybody's like, oh, my God, the raccoon is adorable. And these people were taking photos with it, getting kisses from the raccoon, and it was adorable. And then somebody ratted out the woman for having the raccoon. She wasn't supposed to have it, and then they ratted her out. And they said they gave the raccoon because it was it had an encounter with these people, they gave the raccoon a rabies test, and they euthanized the raccoon.
Aww.
And so when I read this, I go, why would they kill the raccoon?
Why would they give it the test if they're still going to kill it?
Well, here's the thing.
Bit somebody?
Here's the thing that I never heard of this before. Maybe you have. There's no way to do a rabies test on an animal without killing it.
That ain't right.
When they do the rabies test, the animal dies.
Wait, is that the same for humans?
No.
I don't think so.
I think they just give you the shot.
It says the raccoon was tested for the disease, which came back negative, but necessitated euthanizing it. There is no non-lethal test for rabies in animals. And so
that ain't right.
Something new.
The animal encounters these people. The people, they're like, oh, we're worried that they may have gotten rabies, even though the raccoon was fine otherwise. And so they go, we have to do the test. And that mandates us, just because we have no other way, to kill the raccoon, euthanize the raccoon, to be able to test to see if it has the rabies to begin with, which it didn't, which is just insane to me. But I guess that's where it's at right now. That's how they have to do that. All right, when we come back, in defense of drinking at work, yes, that is on the way, plus jury duty, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Someday Alexa will do everything. Alexa, can you take the dog for a walk?
Ha ha ha. No way in hell.
But until then, tell her to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
Playing Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
This is Jared Carrabis. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network, presented by DraftKings.
Is LeBron to the Warriors picking up steam? I know it sounds a little wacky, but the world's full of wacky. Trump is president. Elon Musk buying Twitter. KD to the Warriors and then leaving them. Tom Brady actually chose Tampa and won a Super Bowl. LeBron to the Warriors isn't wacky. It makes sense. Doesn't sound wacky to me. I'm Colin Cowherd.
Baseball is back with me, Jared Carrabis, breaking down the sport of baseball and discussing my picks all season long. Download and listen to the newest episode from my show, Baseball is Dead with DraftKings, releasing in season every Monday and Thursday, available wherever you listen to podcasts.
If it's a day that ends in Y, you're probably stuck in Florida traffic. So turn that AC up one more notch, aim the vents toward your face, and think of a better place, like the cool, colorful produce section in your favorite grocery store. Why? Because that's where all the cool, colorful, fresh from Florida produce is. Produce just tastes better when it's grown closer to home. And when you buy fresh from Florida, you're supporting local farmers and jobs in our communities. So after you're done being stopped in traffic, pick up some fresh from Florida on your way home.
A real crew capsule, a next-generation space plane, a rocket booster that landed itself. Where will they inspire you to go? Mars? The rings of Saturn? New worlds light years beyond. Choose your breathtaking journey into the future of space travel at Gateway, the Deep Space Launch Complex, featuring Spaceport KSC, where real space meets real thrills. Only at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Visit KennedySpaceCenter.com for tickets.
For adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy, now there's Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months, and Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Nothing in me go hand in hand. Nothing on my skin, that's my new place.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, you could achieve 90% clearer skin. Ask your doctor about the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Amino Energy by Optimum Nutrition is now available at your local 7-Eleven for $2.49. Or now 3 for $5 through June 27th. Amino Energy has 0 grams of sugar and delicious fruit flavor. Get more from your morning with Amino Energy.
Did you suffer through 2022 with a terrible bathroom? You wanted to make that call to Rebath in Mid-Florida. You just couldn't do it. Well, make 2023 the year that you finally do pick up that phone and let these guys show you what they can do. And what they can do is amazing. Take a bathroom that you hate, it's old, it's out of date, doesn't look great, doesn't really complement your home, and turn that into a magical spa-like environment that you begin or end every day in, and it makes you super happy. Here's the great thing. They do this with their employees. They do it in just 4 to 6 days, and they give you a lifetime guarantee on the products and the install. And guys, these products are simply amazing. Natural stone, travertine marble, all those beautiful colors, but it's the quality of the products that you've got to feel when you go to the showroom. 436 up in Altamont, right across from Kobe. Stop in, feel that quality, picture that in your house. That can happen. They're exceptionally good at it. Let them design a bathroom that you are going to love using their products, your ideas, their ideas, and next thing you know, their craftsmen will have it installed and you will love it. 2023 is the year that you get a new bathroom courtesy of Rebath, midfla.com.
Are you suffering from seasonal allergies? Because you're not alone. Experts say pollen season started earlier this year and will last longer, and that folks who've never had issues before are feeling miserable. I'm Martin Hoke, inventor of Navage, the world's only nose cleaner with powered suction. Over 3 million people use Navage to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, helping to flush out allergens, mucus, and germs. Navage helps clear your sinuses quickly and naturally. But what about other people's experiences, like Miss Clement? Quote, I chose Navage because of my persistent allergies. Navage works. While using it, I cut back on allergy meds and occasional shots at my doctor's office. Unquote. That's one of over 120,000 reviews with a 4.6-star average written by people who use Navage to breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. Stop suffering and try Navage today at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, and Target. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-334-2266. That's 800-334-2266. 800-334-2266.
Kickstart your imagination with Audible. Hear celebrity and music memoirs, mysteries, true crime, and more. Audible is the home of storytelling, audiobooks, podcasts, and originals. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
This hour is sponsored by Barks in the City, June 3rd at Apopka Amphitheater.
As if cool pics and stories weren't enough, we also have prizes. Real Radio 1041 on Instagram is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 104.1.
Jury duty in just a moment. I saw, what's his name? Bert Kreischer. His movie was also released over the weekend. The Memorial Day weekend. Yeah, The Machine. The story that he's still telling, I guess, after all these years. And I think that's what kind of started his career.
Biopic?
Yeah, it's about this joke that he tells about his experience going over to some country and like getting involved with the mafia.
Oh.
And it went viral on, I think, Facebook. And that's what launched his career. Like, that's what started him out. And he's a big deal now. Like, he can play big venues. He can play some pretty large gigs. But the movie
he just
failed miserably.
Well, it was up against Little Mermaid.
Right. But you would think that would be some counter programming. That's probably what they were going for. Like, if you're not going to see the little kid movie or the family movie, maybe you go see this.
Yeah, he just did the arena.
Yeah.
And, shirtless and everything.
Right.
Saw a whole bunch of videos of that shirtless national anthem.
I would say give up on the gimmick, but it seems to be working for him, other than at the box office. That one,
Like telling
not
Larry not to get her done.
Yeah, he's got to get her done. He's got to keep going down
I
this
like
path.
him and Tom Segura's back and forth, though.
Yeah, they do a podcast
His
together.
laugh is funny.
Those two. I don't know what to call somebody like Bert Kreischer, though, because in my mind, he's not like a stand-up comic necessarily. He's more just like a storyteller. Like, he goes up and tells stories, kind of like Kathy Griffin does. She
they're
does this
funny
too.
stories.
Yeah, I guess it's like a different form of stand-up, but it's
Yeah.
not your like traditional.
It's not observational humor.
Or it's not like.
Yeah, but you would say the same for Mark Maron for.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I've seen Mark Maron do more traditional stand-ups though, where he's not just like telling stories to people. You understand what I'm saying?
Did
It's
you
very
ever
different.
notice?
It's not like when somebody's doing a stand-up bit. Usually they have like the basics of a joke outline, and they bring you through it, and obviously they get to the laugh line. And his case is just he has like 10 stories, and then he's going to tell you those stories almost like a live podcast or something, and the stories just so happen to be funny, and it just seems like a different thing to me. But he's done very well other than this. Maybe they've gotten all of the juice out of the Machine story.
I feel like they
from
didn't
this
put
weekend.
any juice in promoting it because this is literally the first time I heard about him coming out with a movie.
I heard about it. I've seen a couple of things for it, but not as much as I saw for The Little Mermaid. They spent $80 million marketing The Little Mermaid. That's a lot. That's a big marketing budget for a movie like that.
I think I've seen like maybe some quick teaser trailers, something very short and kind of to the point, to where I was like, how are we stretching the Machine into a full-length movie?
Yeah, how do we do this here? But
it's like
they've done it with like some of the what is it? Like the Dr. Seuss stuff.
Oh yeah,
for the book.
Some of that was bad, man. Some of that was bad. I think
Green Eggs and Ham, the full feature film.
I think after Cat in the Hat, Dr. Seuss's widow was like, "We should calm this down."
Yeah,
a little bit.
maybe this is a bad idea.
But like, it reminds me of what was the guy that he had the book where he had all his stupid college stories, and probably most of them are
The Giving Tree, dude.
I hope they
Shells.
serve
not
beer
Shel-
in hell.
Yes, not Shel Silverstein.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, he did
Tucker Max or something.
Tucker Moore.
Yeah.
No, Hunter Moore is the different guy. Tucker Max, whatever. They made a movie out of Hope They Serve Beer in Hell, and it's like, these are all of his stories from
Fake
the book
ass stories.
made into a movie.
Yeah.
Half of them probably fake, and I was like, that's what I imagine the Burt Kreischer movie to be.
Yeah, you're just kind of stretching things out, and people have already heard it because it's gone so viral that most people are familiar with it now. But I guess they thought they'd give it a shot. It made like $5 million over the long weekend.
Stretching a Shel Silverstein poem into a movie would be a feat.
The Giving Tree, I'm very surprised has not become a feature film.
Hey, you know what? They did. They made a movie out of this, and hate me for it. I thought it was good. They made a movie out of scary stories that you tell in the dark. And
Never saw it.
You never heard of that? Okay. Well, you know the book, right? Scary Stories You Tell in the Dark?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah, it was like edgy scary stories that you would pass around when you were younger.
I was
and
really
stuff.
hoping you would say "Tell in the Dark." I was like, "You asshole!"
It's all right there in the title. Every little thing you need to know is packed right into that title. Yeah, they made a movie out of that, and it was actually good. It was actually pretty entertaining, or at least I thought so. In defense of boozy workplaces, there is an article out today defending jobs where people are allowed to drink. Now, not just randomly, but they say when they do like work events. And I was trying to think about this. I was like, when we have a big all hands on deck meeting, has there ever been one at iHeartRadio where there was beer or anything or
Yes.
drinks? There has been?
Yeah.
I don't remember that. Not like our Christmas party.
You're a loser.
I'm not talking about the Christmas party. You mean like if we did a tune-up, we're not drinking at the tune-up.
No,
No, the tune-up did not have that, but that was mostly because it was 9:00 in the morning.
What was the
but
thing
if
that
we
we
were
did
doing
at work that did?
the employee rally,
Was there beer at that?
yeah, we had wine,
When
wine
it-
and
I
beer. I'm
remember.
pretty sure.
The one we just did,
Yeah.
where we played pickleball.
Yes.
I don't remember there being any beer or wine there. But I know that at other employee rallies
We
where
also
we
drank tequila inside the TKS.
Oh
studio.
yeah, we did that because we do what we do.
We say what we want. That's our phrase.
That, unrelated to the rules that they set up. Do you think, because Celine, you were just headed in that direction, do you think that's like the average experience at offices where they allow at like an office party for people to have a couple of drinks, or is that more rare?
I mean, no, I think it's pretty.
I think it depends
common.
on the job too.
I think it also depends. Like, is this an offsite meeting?
Mm-hmm.
You know, if it's an offsite meeting, it's kind of like an adult field trip,
right?
And why not? I mean, if you're going on a business lunch, don't you usually have?
I
one
think
or-
people do. If you do it and like your boss doesn't, it could be a bad look. I've had that happen to me before, but you got to make sure like
Well, you also
everybody's on
threw
the
up
same
on
page.
your boss, Sean.
I've done a lot of things. I've made a lot of mistakes
And lives to tell the tale.
over the years. Lots of damage.
Wait till the
done.
feature film comes out.
Oh, nobody's watching that one. It'll do worse than The Machine did. We're going to hear from you. How about that? On this lovely Share the Show Tuesday. Join us on the show with what we call a dispatch. You don't have to wait on the phones or any of that stuff. You can just zoom right through with your thoughts, your opinions. You think I'm a moron. You think I'm a genius. You think you're a genius or you're a moron. Any of those things are fine. Just record your dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com right now. Arnott on YouTube says, we have a beer fridge and a liquor cabinet at our office. But
We had one of those.
nobody touches it. Well, that was like unofficial. that was C-Lane building up over.
No, our office.
Oh, yeah, we had that.
We had a lot of booze.
We had two areas with booze. A whole with under
The
one
one-
show's banner.
Higher ups came around, we would lock one door, and then
Mhm.
C-Lane would put posters around the other
Yeah,
one.
I think the person who's the guy.
By the way,
now
it's not
is
like
Angel.
It's not like I was the first to have a display of liquor on my desk.
No, you were just the one who had the biggest, or
No.
Remember Mad Men?
No,
one of the
They had
biggest.
booze.
Yeah, I mean, we should go back to those days. Smoking in the office, you just pop open
I'll light up right now.
Just
right here at
have
Sean's house.
Okay, we're going to get to you in just a moment. Don't forget, I didn't do jury duty, but you understand what's going on with it.
Thank you, Moses.
Brought to you by Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm, 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MOE, or go to justcallmo.com. Injured on the go, just call Mo. You have a lot of decisions to make in a short period of time after an accident. Let me make this simple for you. Don't go with the attorney that has the most commercials or has the most this or that, says they're the biggest around. You want a place that's going to listen to you and going to treat you like the person that you are. Hear your story and fight for you against the billion-dollar insurance companies. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MOE. All right, back in just a moment. Your dispatches plus something that went down at a Chili's. What is it? It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
The countdown to iHeartRadio Access Day has begun, and some awesome deals await. Head to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com to register to receive reminders for when deals go live June 1st.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Watch out for slowdowns due to an accident on I-4 westbound before Florida's Turnpike. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Orange Blossom Trail heading southbound at John Young Parkway. 2 right lanes are blocked due to an accident on I-4 eastbound before Princeton Street. Traffic is backed up before State Road 408. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's $3 breakfast deal. Wendy's $3 breakfast deal is your choice of bacon or sausage, egg and Swiss croissant, plus a small seasoned potatoes for just $3. Break your morning routine and get your $3 breakfast deal today. Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
It's almost time for iHeartRadio Access Day this Thursday, June 1st. Huge savings for the brands you know and love, including saving thousands of dollars on the new AC system from Mills Air to winning trips and seeing your favorite performers. There's a whole bunch of cool stuff that you'll have access to this Thursday. So get your reminders when those deals go live. Go to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com and sign up now.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Finding great people to hire is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's pretty difficult, right? Well, ZipRecruiter has mastered finding a needle in a haystack, so they take it to the next level. They make hiring so simple that it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. And that's why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Here's what it's like to use ZipRecruiter. They have so many qualified candidates that it's easier to find the right ones for your roles. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's a lot of needles. So how do they do it? ZipRecruiter's powerful technology sends you candidates who are a great match for your job, and you can even invite your top choices to apply. So if you want less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
If it's a day that ends in Y, you're probably stuck in Florida traffic. So turn that AC up one more notch, aim the vents toward your face, and think of a better place, like the cool, colorful produce section in your favorite grocery store. Why? Because that's where all the cool, colorful, fresh from Florida produce is. Produce just tastes better when it's grown closer to home. And when you buy fresh from Florida, you're supporting local farmers and jobs in our communities. So after you're done being stopped in traffic, pick up some fresh from Florida on your way home.
It's Savannah Guthrie and Hoda Kotb. We have an incredible week on the Today Show.
Robert De Niro, Jessica Chastain, and Sydney Sweeney will be stopping by.
And Big Time Rush performs live on our plaza.
Join us every morning on NBC.
Because every day needs today.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here. So fired up to introduce you guys to Life Imaging FLA up from South Florida, where they've been saving lives weekly. How do they do it, you ask? Well, they save lives with their FDA-approved state-of-the-art low-dose radiation CT scanner that can easily detect heart disease and cancer before a patient shows any symptoms, and it only uses a fraction of the radiation of most CT scanners. Even better, no dyes. You don't have to get undressed, and it only takes about 10 minutes. No question, early detection saves lives because 1 out of 3 people will die from heart disease. And the worst part is, in 30 to 40% of those heart attacks, the first symptom is sudden death. Call Life Imaging FLA for your free heart scan. It's a value of $699 and only has a few minimum requirements. From your cell phone, call pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. That's pound 250. Just say the keyword free heart scan and you'll be connected in seconds. Do this for you and all of your loved ones. Get that peace of mind with prevention with Life Imaging FLA. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Hardworking Americans like you and me are sick and tired of this brutal stock market. Take ownership of your financial future. Visit Phoenix American Hospitality at PAHinvest.com. Their team of experts buys world-renowned hotel brands like Marriott, Hilton, and Hyatt and maximizes profitability for an investable REIT that's open to everyone. Visit Phoenix American Hospitality at PAHinvest.com to see their incredible track record of double-digit returns in the most volatile of times. Past performance is no guarantee of future results.
Your spark is all you need. And let's be real, you don't have time for smoke and mirrors anyway. So ditch all the pretentiousness and the lighter it rode in on with Blue. Blue e-cigs are available in a variety of satisfying flavors and nicotine strengths. Even better, it's odorless. When you're living unlit, you're comfortable being your true you. And no one will mistake ashtray for your signature scent. Blue. Get unlit. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Underage sale prohibited. Blue is a trademark of Font Molding 4BV. Copyright 2022. Fontum US LLC.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
If you're a pro that paints, the Home Depot is here to save you money. Paint stores try to convince you you're getting a good deal by offering deep discounts on paint, but what they don't tell you is the starting price is too high to begin with. The real question is, how much are you paying per gallon? Nobody beats the Home Depot's price per gallon on Behr paint, guaranteed. We offer everyday low prices on every gallon of top-rated Behr paint, stains, and primers. Plus, our pros earn discounts through our Pro Extra Paint Rewards program. That's the value of the Home Depot. How doers get more done. U.S. only. See store for details.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyounneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Just a moment. I can't believe I finally got that thing.
It's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, it's all, I didn't know it worked like that. Like, it's not even plugged into anything right now. So we're working on setting everything up in the studio and the backdrop and getting all the shelves filled out and stuff. And I got this thing from this company. It's called Infinite Objects, I think. And you buy these things. It's like it looks like a picture, but it actually is moving. And it's Willie Nelson smoking a joint. I don't even know how it works. I have no idea how that works. Ceiling goes, is it a screen? Is there really smoke in there? I have no idea.
This is wild.
It's cool, isn't it? They're not even that expensive. It just took me a while to find, the perfect one. And it's just a constant loop of Willie Nelson smoking a joint.
So there's something back here.
Yeah,
I mean, it looks like you have to charge.
Yeah, you do. You have to charge up, or you can plug it in. I think you just leave it like that.
That is dope.
Yeah, I like that. That's really cool.
I'm going to smash it.
Please don't do it.
Honestly, I think if I slammed it on the ground, it still wouldn't break. It's so
thick.
heavy.
Yeah, it's thick. And it came in this giant book. You open this big giant book, and it was in there. It was really nice presentation. Sit like you normally sit. Is that going to be the spot? Or are we
I
going
just
to
want to
bottom?
make sure that my raccoon middle finger is still showing.
I think they'll both be. Yeah, they're both on there. Perfect. Yeah, that's a good shot. For those of you watching, check that out over at YouTube or twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. We're going to hear from you in just a moment. A couple of things that caught my eye this weekend. One thing that's really crazy to me is, and people aren't talking about this very much, they're talking about a lot of AI stuff, right? They're talking about Chat GPT. They're talking about a bunch of the different AIs.
See, we got emails about it
I
today.
know, yeah. Even our company, iHeartRadio, is like, we're launching some AI stuff. They didn't tell us what it was, really, but they said it's going to make life easier.
AI talk show host.
Yeah. AI, you're out of here. You're all fired. See you later. There's something that they did just push out for Photoshop, and you guys have used Photoshop before, obviously. And it's a new AI section of Photoshop, and it is crazy what this thing can do. One example that I saw was somebody driving down like an old road on their bicycle, and they told the AI to put lines like in the road, like you would have, because the lines were all worn out, and it put them in there, and they looked absolutely perfect. Another one was this, if you're watching, is an example of what it could do. Somebody had this photograph that they had taken, and it's like these two guys bent over, and it's like this, interesting place where they are. I don't know where they are. It's a church or whatever the hell it is. But these two guys are next to each other, and they told the AI to make it larger. And so all the stuff that you see in the second one that's not in the first one, it didn't exist in the photograph. They were able to, like, if I took a zoomed in photo of C-Lane on the couch right there, you could tell the AI to go fill in the rest of the room.
Sure.
And it would create the rest of a room that was not in the original photo.
There was another Photoshop thing that I saw one of my friends messing around with, this guy who's a photographer, and it was like, I don't know how much of AI it was, but it was basically switching out people's clothes in the picture that you take of them.
That's crazy.
And they had that, it was going around for a while. It was really going viral for the mess ups, the people that were trying to get headshots.
Right.
And you'd upload 5, and then you would look, and someone would be decent, and then some would have, you have an extra pinky coming out of your wrist.
Right. There was some of them that I did see that were definitely impressive, though. There were, all this stuff is wild, but the idea that you could do this kind of stuff now makes looking at what our future is going to be, let's say 10 years from now, so much more difficult.
Well, it's going to suck for freelance photographers,
big
editors,
time. For graphic designers, for all these people. But the thing that's kind of crazy to me is before Chat GPT came out, which was the game changer for all of this, everybody else kind of followed suit. Google with Bard, Facebook's got their own, Snapchat has one, everybody has one, iHeart has one, right? Before that, it wasn't like there was this big run-up where we're like, guys, Chat GPT is going to be released in 6 months. It's going to be crazy. It just happened. They dumped it out there, and everything that we've seen since then has been just really, really fast moving.
Other stuff, part of the cloud that I saw introduced, I don't know how much it is, and I'm hoping Final Cut Pro will do it.
Yeah.
But it was taking podcast footage, like what we do. But C-Lane is pressing buttons and switching the cameras.
Right.
But you feed it all that footage and audio, and it cuts it for you.
And it makes all the cuts itself?
Yes. You just press a button, and the amount of time that I have taken in my life, weeks at a time.
That's painstaking.
To edit footage and audio and have that do it in one button is worth all the money to me.
Yeah, that is a long process that if you can have some kind of AI do it for you, hell yeah. This is going to change so many different things. Daytona Beach Travis on YouTube says, I wrote my Mother's Day card using Chat GPT, and she cried in front of the whole family. She framed it, and I kind of feel like an asshole.
Have you guys watched the episode of South Park where where Stan uses Chat GPT to write his text to Wendy? It's fantastic.
Like he's using
it so much
to flirt with her?
Well, she was getting upset because she would text him all the time, and he would just text a thumbs up. Everything was a thumbs up, and she felt disconnected from him. And somebody was like, "Yo, dude, what are you doing?" Like somebody who was better with the ladies now. And he's like, "You got to be using Chat GPT to text your girl, man." And so Chat GPT is writing out these long loving texts of appreciation and this and this and that, and it's just all fake.
Right.
It was the whole thing. It was hilarious.
Then you got to deliver on that. That's the mess afterwards.
I mean, not really a huge mess, though. I have used it so far. A baby shower card, a pet bereavement card, and I think wedding congratulations. And asked for several responses, and I just kind of find the best parts of it.
We're talking about different things, though. I'm saying if you were like flirting with somebody and then you establish like you're like this gushing romantic
you're
personality.
in the middle of making love. It's like, use one of your famous quotes again.
Why don't you talk like you normally do when we're texting back and forth?
LOL.
I don't think it's actually a bad thing to use it to write a card for somebody. If it's a nice card, who cares? Like if the message is good, whether you wrote it or whether an AI wrote it, and then you read it and said that's what I'm feeling, right? It's not like you just have it churn out whatever and just blindly put it into the card.
I feel like people will know that I use ChatGPT to write my card because I wrote in the card.
Because there'll be words in there?
There'll be words in there that aren't just, happy birthday, Chris.
There is a story from ABC News. When I saw this, I was like, are you kidding me? This sounds like a terrible idea. But maybe I'm not the demo here. And ABC News says, board games like Monopoly, Clue is always a good one.
Clue's great.
The Game of Life as well are iconic in many Americans' lives and in pop culture. And those are three of the biggest games, Monopoly, Clue, and the Game of Life. They said now some game designers are exploring a wider range of topics, including how to use games to spark discussion about bigger issues. So they're saying that they're starting to work things that are like societal issues into the board games, like climate change or something. So you'd be playing the Game of Life and there's some kind of thing that happens bad to you because of climate change. I want to see what else they have in this story about the other topics that they use. But if you're putting like anything political in board games, your Monopoly already makes families fight. I don't know if that happened with you guys, but at my house,
You never got through a full game of Monopoly?
Never got through the full game, and always it was like there was something to argue about. There was some fight going on.
You got to do the quick game of Monopoly.
The rapid fast one?
Yeah.
Where if you land on something, you have to buy it or they auction it or something?
No, that's actually classic rules. The quicker,
Yeah, Sean.
The quicker versions have you either deal out a certain amount of the properties to everybody participating, so they already start with property. Or there's one on the video game version, like on the iPad version, where you skip all that community chest and chance stuff.
Oh,
You
really?
just hit properties.
Yeah, I like the idea of speeding it up because it does take so damn long. I don't like the idea of having any kind of anything remotely controversial in the game itself or family
That's
members
life.
start
Come on.
yelling about. They said, we felt like we could use games to talk about climate change to model this big problem in a way that is playable. The thing that I would say about this, like say climate change, is there anybody who's not aware of climate change? It's not like it's an issue that's not getting a lot of discussion. It's literally everywhere.
Well, nobody's talking about it in Clue.
It's like the board game people are like, we want in on this too. Everybody's aware of climate change.
No one in the house was behind the murder was actually climate change.
They could twist around and do something like that, but they
yes, Colonel Mustard on the back porch with the climate change would have been a lot better if I hadn't messed that back porch.
That's still okay. They're still working this stuff into the game itself, right? And they're doing this because they want to raise awareness. Awareness is already raised, and the problem is people have already made their decision on the issue. Either they think climate change is not real, or they think climate change is exaggerated, or they think climate change is a huge issue, or they think climate change is the end of the world, right? Like everybody falls into a box there. There's not like some guy go, climate change? What are you talking about? I was unaware until I was playing Clue with my friend.
Pull that.
It's not something that happens, I don't think. This says in Daybreak, which is not a game I'm familiar with. Have you guys heard of that?
I have, and I think I've maybe played a little
What
bit
is
of
it?
I couldn't tell you.
I don't remember this one
It was
at
like
all.
a free download.
Daybreak, they said, in this game, players take on the role of world powers like the United States, the European Union, and China.
Never mind, didn't play that.
And they have to negotiate ways to achieve drawdown, which is the point when greenhouse emissions are reduced enough to prevent temperatures from continuing to rise.
What a fun game.
Sounds like a blast. They said they designed the game during the pandemic. Which,
Got drawdown. Sucks for you.
A game became a way for them and they hope players to process their feelings about climate change and better understand the possible solutions. Maybe there's a market for this. It's not me. I wouldn't be. If somebody said, do you want to play?
You're still in your book about the 7 Dead Girls.
If you want to play Battleship with me, I'll play Battleship. But if you want to play Battleship Climate Change Edition, I don't necessarily want to play that one. I just want to play the regular ass game, the normal version of it. I'm sure they could do that with Operation. Work some stuff into the person's body.
Now you have obesity.
Oh yeah, make a big fat operation guy. They'll do this to all these games.
This
eventually.
person is what's the religion that allows no medicine?
It's not Christian Scientist. Is it Christian Scientist?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, Jehovah's Witness has some issues too, I think. Let's work that into a board game,
Yeah, right before you go to stick in like the little scalpel, they're like, wait. We have religious freedom here.
What religion are you? And just get those conversations going over a board game. This does not seem like a good idea. They said
if you had to deal with insurance as part of the game of Operation, you'd never play it ever.
No. They said these board games really serve as a way of harnessing this really strong energy that people are having about protecting the environment. Blah blah blah. There's a game called Litterbug, a children's game that teaches about the consequences of littering or clean water. Well, that sounds like a decent thing. I mean, teaching kids not to litter. I saw this video this weekend. I think it was from Miami, but I don't know. In this car, this dude was streaming. This dude was streaming live on Twitch, and a car pulls up to the stoplight, and the passenger of the car opens the passenger door and just starts throwing fast food bags and all kinds of trash onto the sidewalk. I mean, a lot, like 3 or 4 different cups that are from fast food establishment, just throwing it on, not in the trash can, just on the curb, like just piling it up on the curb. And the streamer guy's like, what are you doing, man? And they all, we're going to kick your ass. Like they start threatening the guy who's videotaping them doing this. And it's like,
you got caught.
Damn, I wish there was a big ass punishment for littering, because then people would be much more hesitant to do it.
Well, I mean, as we learned last week, it does put 3 points on your license.
Yeah.
And is like one of the few things that's not a traffic related violation that's still, because of how bad it is for the environment and just for how everything looks.
I think they just don't catch people doing it very much. I never.
Or they go after, bigger offenses.
Yeah, to me, it's one of those things. But yeah, they're going to put a bunch of politics in your board games and make things real fun for everybody playing. Get ready to buy all of those. They'll be a huge success. Let's go over to a couple of dispatches. We have time for a few here. Here is D-Dub-D talking about Hallmark cards. Okay.
Great weekend. Had a good time. Stayed safe. I don't see the difference with the Chat GPT writing out a card. That's about the same as going to Walgreens and buying a Hallmark card, because you didn't write that either.
Right.
Yep. So, anyways, but y'all have a great one. Love you.
Yeah, I guess the counter argument would be like,
love you too.
The part where you do stuff in your handwriting is like the custom part that's supposed to be from your heart, but it can still be from your heart.
All my heart says is happy birthday.
It can still be from your heart if you didn't write it. Like, you can read something else. Like when somebody writes roses are red, violets are blue, or whatever, they didn't come up with that on their own, but if they mean that, it could be sweet to another person. The end is the twist always. Real quick, here's, I got a burp, robot. Excuse me. Here's Marker Storner.
Hello, news junkies.
Hello.
Happy belated birthday, Sean.
Thank you. Why are you talking so slow?
I don't understand how you guys can say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday when you all don't even make it the whole week sometimes.
It was Memorial Day.
Nice.
Everybody gets that day off.
No one was working.
Either way, just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. Hello, everybody.
Let's not even explain it to him, because I think everyone else is aware of why we say that.
Of course. But for Memorial Day, we, in the past, in the first couple of years of the show, where we're like building things up, we have worked days that are traditionally holidays. And it's like, we'll go and we'll just do a live show anyways. There's nobody there. There's nobody. You're doing the show, and it's like, turns out that everybody has a day off. They're all like, just chilling.
We're not going to be the only ones.
They're going to the beach right now.
If there's anything that we've learned in 10 years, it's like we take off with everybody else.
Yeah, if you do that, then you should be fine for everybody except for Marker's Corner or whoever. Here is, let's see, Meat Pop 5000 with a dispatch.
going on, guys?
Hey.
Great afternoon.
You too.
Loving the show. Sean, I got a book recommendation for you.
All right.
It's called Chopped Up People Underneath the Deck, Festering and Bloating in the Sun.
Sounds rough.
You should check it out. Very
Part
interesting.
1.
It's about baking cakes.
It just so happened that was the title of the last book that I read. It's not a weird book.
And you got through that in hours.
It's a totally normal book, and it was a good one. I enjoyed it. I generally forget what the names of the books are that I read until I look back in my phone, because that's the best way to do it. Just
Wait.
read it right on the phone.
What?
Yes, of course.
You've been reading on your phone?
Yeah, I use Kindle. Or no, not Kindle. I use the Apple one, like the Apple bookstore one. It's really kind of pleasant.
And then you get distracted every time you get a notification?
A little tiny bit, but it's not too bad. It doesn't like overwhelm you.
I downloaded a book to read on my iPad that was the biography of Alexander Hamilton, the one that
they used for Hamilton?
The musical was based on, yeah. And, just a really long, boring book. Would rather just watch. I don't think I made it past the foreword. Holy cow!
I've done that with a lot of books.
I thought, you know what, man? I'm so fascinated by this stuff, and it's cool history stuff. And I want to know more about it. Let me dive right into this. Oh my gosh!
There's one thing that I have taken to when it comes to reading a book, and this has happened to me so many times. If I get a book on my phone and it's all ready to read, I'll try to make sure it's good beforehand, but you can only find out so much. If I find myself reading a page and then going, I was daydreaming, I wasn't paying any attention, I got to reread that. If I read it and I do that 2 or 3 times, I'll go, I'm not going to read this book because it's obviously not interesting me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm just forcing myself to cut through pages. But you'll start thinking about what work you have to do. I got an event coming up this weekend.
I cannot. The idea of you doing that through your phone is baffling to me.
It's not bad.
The last couple years, the only time that I've been able to read a book from front to back has been during the morning time where I'm doing a poop.
Yeah, I mean, that's a place where you're looking for something
and I'm
else
not
to distract
distracted
you.
by anything. Like I am, and then my butt has become numb because I'm there for 30 minutes, but I've gotten through that book versus anything else beyond that bathroom door, I am distracted by and can't do it.
I know you both have been through the experience, and it's always a fun one, whether you want to admit it or not, where you're reading some kind of book and you just want to keep going. Like you're like, I want to find out what's next here. I want to get into this. And if you just don't read the ones that you find yourself being too bored by and then get into the good ones, it's enjoyable.
So I like pictures.
And what else am I going to be doing? I always think of the alternative things that I'm going to be doing. They're all bad. It's all bad stuff. Quick break. When we come back, we've got more thoughts from you. Plus, there is another virus that's making the rounds. You might want to hear this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
How else are you going to know what we're up to off the air? Find us and like us. Real Radio 1041 on Facebook is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Watch out for slowdowns due to an accident on I-4 westbound before Florida's Turnpike. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Orange Blossom Trail heading southbound at John Young Parkway. And there's bumper-to-bumper traffic due to an accident on I-4 eastbound at Princeton Street. Traffic is backed up to Cayley Street. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by ePass.
The Portable Uni by ePass. Now available in black. A toll pass that blends into your windshield. Finally. And Uni works on toll roads in 19 states. The Portable Uni by ePass. Get yours today on Amazon or go with uni.com.
All right, folks, my friends over at Maxine's on Shine are here to make your week even better with Maxine's Mind Boggler. Big congrats to last week's winner, Kurt. And the first person to answer this riddle correctly gets a chance at a $25 gift card to Maxine's on Shine. Here is your riddle. Bum-ba-da-dum. What has a head, a tail, is brown, and has no legs? What has a head, a tail, is brown, and has no legs? If you know the answer, email me, Sabrina@realradio.fm. And if you don't win today's riddle, don't worry, you got a shot every single week. Plus, you're going to feel like a winner every time you go to Maxine's on Shine. Voted Best Downtown Orlando Restaurant 2 years in a row. Diverse, comfortable, and delicious with a splash of sexiness. For more information on location and reservations with my full-hearted recommendation, go to maxinesonshine.com.
This hour is sponsored by Barks in the City, June 3rd at Apopka Amphitheater.
It's time to soak up those unofficial start of summer vibes with the free iHeartRadio app. Take your favorite radio station wherever you go and never miss the music you love, the latest news, or a chance to win the hottest prizes. Turn up the perfect summer soundtrack for your road trips, pool parties, and cookouts with specially curated playlists. Plus, dive into the world of podcasts and discover captivating stories that will keep you entertained for hours on end. So grab your shades, slather on the sunscreen, and make this summer unforgettable. Download the free iHeartRadio app now.
When you open your hopper, you don't fill it with just any hardwood pellets, right? You fill it with Kingsford 100% hardwood blend pellets. Made right here in the USA with North American ingredients and a 100% natural hardwood blend, Kingsford pellets can be used on any pellet grill and add delicious smoky flavor to any meal. Kingsford's the name you trust for the low and slow cooking you crave. So look for Kingsford 100% hardwood blend pellets. Kingsford.com.
It's Ram season, which means it's time to serve with Ram 1500, Ram 3500, and Ram TRX. Hurry in now for great deals on the trucks that are built to serve. And right now during Ram season, get 10% below MSRP on the purchase of 2023 Ram 1500 Laramie and Bighorn models equipped with a V6 engine. Not compatible with lease offers or any other consumer incentive offers. Contact dealer for details. Take retail delivery by 5/31/23.
At 7-Eleven, our hot coffee is fresh or it's free. Because drinking fresh coffee first thing in the morning is non-negotiable. We do not, will not negotiate on premium roasts, especially ones made with 100% Arabica beans. Those premium beans do not compromise, and neither should you. Try 7-Eleven hot coffee, guaranteed fresh or it's free. Offer good through 12/31/23. Visit participating store where coffee was purchased for details.
Looking for more energy? Amino Energy by Optimum Nutrition is now available at 7-Eleven for only $2.49. Or now 3 for $5 through June 27th. From morning wake up to afternoon pick me up, Amino Energy serves up 0 grams of sugar and refreshing fruit flavors. Grab one today at 7-Eleven and get more from your day. There's more of you and you with Amino Energy.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season and available in the produce section right now. Whoa! Hey, careful now. There's plenty of juicy watermelon and other tasty Florida-grown produce for everyone. I mean, all you have to do is ask for Fresh from Florida or look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
Hi, it's Savannah Guthrie and Hoda Kotb, and we're excited to tell you about the incredible week we have on the Today Show.
That's right. We've got some of Hollywood's biggest stars live right here in our studio. We have the legendary Robert De Niro, Jessica Chastain, and Sydney Sweeney are all stopping by.
Then you can start your weekend off right. We've got a concert coming up from Big Time Rush. They will be performing live on our plaza.
Join us every morning on NBC.
Because Hoda every day needs today.
Hey, Monster fans, Russ here. You know what is really scary? Utility rates. So let's talk about solar. You may have seen solar popping up all over the place. Well, there's a good reason. One is utility rates are rising. Two, government incentives can dramatically lower the cost to solar. So if you want to go solar, call Solar Source. Monster fans get special access to their new solar estimate tool. Visit solarsource.com/monsters. That's solarsource.com/monsters.
I had a radio listener call me after an accident. The insurance company offered him $700. He hired me that day and we recovered $100,000. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Potential clients may not obtain same or similar results. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Hey, Magic fans, when you're heading out to the Amway Center or anytime you're away from your business, commercial, or residential property, or you have a special event and you want to be sure that you're well protected, contact American Protection Services and Investigations, proud partner of the Orlando Magic. For a full list of our security services, dial 833-4APSI. Over 30 years in the business, your safety is our top priority because your business is our business. Hardworking Americans like you and me are sick and tired of this brutal stock market. Take ownership of your financial future. Visit Phoenix American Hospitality at PAHinvest.com. Their team of experts buys world-renowned hotel brands like Marriott, Hilton, and Hyatt and maximizes profitability for an investable REIT that's open to everyone. Visit Phoenix American Hospitality at PAHinvest.com to see their incredible track record of double-digit returns in the most volatile of times. Past performance is no guarantee of future results.
iHeart gives you access to the hottest music, events, and deals. But on June 1st, we're giving you access like never before. It's iHeartRadio Access Day, our 24-hour way of saying thank you for listening. Go to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com today.
You could be joining Steve Covino and Rich Davis from Fox Sports Radio's Covino and Rich for the virtual bachelor party of a lifetime.
Head to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com to register to receive reminders for when experiences like this and more go live this Thursday.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Pound Law from your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan.
Thanks for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. If you missed any of the show today, you could always go get the podcast, which apparently is now with white noise, skipping around, just perfectly functioning as it should.
Remix!
Well, we'll get that fixed if it's still doing that. Hopefully it doesn't do that today, and the problem just goes away. I love when you have some sort of problem, whether it be in your life or on the show or something, and you don't change anything and it just goes away.
Yeah.
And you're like, nobody say anything about it. Let's just take this as a win. We'll move on from
People
here.
have had bumps like that before.
I think it happened to me today.
Yeah? We had a problem, and it just like resolves itself, and you go, don't want to know, don't care, as long as it's fixed right now. Let's keep moving in this direction.
Mayor spoke too soon.
Did a break again, right here in front of all of us. We're going to go to your dispatches in just a moment to see what you have going on. But they said there's another respiratory virus that has been spiking this summer here, spring and summer. And it's called, let's see, they said cases of another type of respiratory virus have spiked this spring, just as COVID-19 and RSV rates were finally falling in the U.S. Finally falling. COVID-19 rates have been way down for a long time.
I saw they have a new variant, though, that is over there in the Chinas.
In the Chinas, the new variant. The new variant is like they tried to do that for a while where they're like Zeta and like this one, and they gave all Omicron and then people just stopped caring about
What's
those.
this new one called?
I don't know. I haven't heard. This is a different thing entirely. This is not COVID. It says, according to the CDC, 19.6% of antigen tests and nearly 11% of PCR tests for human metapneumovirus, or HMPV, were positive in early March. Human metapneumovirus. I'm not familiar with HMPV, but there it is.
HPV, yes.
That one I've heard of. In contrast, COVID-19 cases were down nearly 30% at the beginning of March. Symptoms of HMPV include cough, fever, nasal congestion, and shortness of breath, which is pretty similar to the COVID stuff.
Right.
These symptoms could progress into bronchitis, pneumonia, or other similar viruses that cause upper and lower respiratory infections. They're keeping an eye on this. There's no vaccine. There's no antiviral drug to treat it. But it's basically just like a severe cold anyways. Which,
by the way,
they get names now.
New COVID wave.
The China one?
Yeah, the new Chinas.
Mm-hmm.
They are saying the new variant, it's the latest Omicron variant.
Oh, it's a new variant off of that one.
It's a double variant, and that is XBB. XB squared.
You know, who knows?
Doesn't flow off the tongue.
I've heard a lot of these variants.
Don't love it.
And not much has happened afterwards. So fingers crossed.
Delta's the one that riddled us last, right? Or
Knocking on wood.
Omicron.
Well, Delta
What's the
was-
one you gave us, Elin?
Yeah, I remember that fondly.
By the way, there's still no proof that I gave that to you.
I think that if you narrow it
Speculation.
down, we only saw you. You had it. We got it.
You did not only see me.
When I had it, I didn't give it to you guys.
I don't
Let's
know
be clear.
if I got it from Sealand or not, but there's some.
So
evidence.
you gave it to me.
No, I didn't give it to you. I got it from Sealand, as far as I know. I mean,
you just said you didn't know.
So I don't know for sure.
Right.
This
Like
is
nobody
getting
knows for
weird.
sure.
Court of law, but it
happened a year ago, by the way.
Is that a year ago?
Yeah.
Ah, damn, man. I'm
We
glad
are
all that stuff is
overdue,
done.
aren't we?
I don't want to go back
It's about
there.
to happen.
All right, let's see what you got going on. Let's work in a couple of dispatches very quickly here on this
Easy
lovely-
way to avoid that from happening.
Yeah,
What?
change the subject.
Just don't test.
Yeah, don't ever take the test. Didn't you just tell me somebody had to cancel
Ben
a concert?
Folds. Ben Folds canceled his concert with
Oh,
the
Ben.
big old youth, or not youth, symphony orchestra.
They're still taking tests over there? Otherwise, nobody would even
Okay,
know.
but it was Ben that got the COVID.
Yeah, the
Okay.
main dude, Ben
I have to
Folds.
say, if one of the orchestra members, they'd still gone with the show.
Yeah, I would hope so, for God's sake. I don't even think anybody was doing that anymore. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Here is Dispatch Dan with, strangely enough, Dispatch.
Hey guys, talking about AI and photography. I'm a wedding and portrait photographer outside of being a dispatcher.
Oh, nice.
And there's been AI tools around for a while, but just on a smaller scale. This new update really kind of changed the game for a lot of people. I know a lot of editors are going to get kind of nervous because it's really good. I can change the type of necklace a bride's wearing. I can add earrings.
That's crazy.
The limitation that there is that the AI will not change like body features. It won't make somebody skinnier or fatter. It won't change a face or a nose or anything like that. It's kind of like an ethical thing that it's programmed not to do. But beyond that, this new update is it's scary good.
What if I want to look skinnier in my photograph?
I mean,
You'd have
maybe
to
he's,
pay for that.
maybe he's
I
talking
would.
about one specific AI that has some sort of ethics hang up about
Got
stuff like that.
Some rails.
Because there's definitely apps that will, like tune your face.
Yeah, of course.
Lock the face in and make it look a little younger. And I think people have been, airbrushing people to be skinnier for a long time.
They get caught all the time. I've seen people get called out for it. There's a lot of that goes on. Okay, one more real quick. Here's Canine Brownie with the Dispatch.
Sean, you're so hypocritical.
Why?
You're talking about putting bean bags into dumpsters that other people pay for, but yet you're ostracizing these people for dumping out their trash.
You in the bath?
I just don't.
Koi pond.
It doesn't make sense to me.
What? Okay. First of all, the people weren't dumping out their trash like it was just like this is not a bad thing. They were dumping out their trash on a street corner. They were cleaning out their car and not throwing anything in the trash can. They just threw it on the curb. It's vile human behavior. And I took something and put it in the dumpster. I took something and threw it away. I just
dumpster that somebody pays for.
May not have been supposed to toss anything in that dumpster.
Not like it was riddled with
you
bed
can't
bugs.
just donate anything anymore. I think there's a lot of stuff they don't take.
It would absolutely take a bean bag.
I think there's sometimes you get this stuff you try to donate. I tried to donate computers one time and they wouldn't take my computers.
But that makes sense.
They wouldn't take the
It's
computer.
outdated, but a bean bag obviously has.
I'm not donating a bean bag.
What
They go
computer
through the
were
whole
you trying
process.
to donate?
It was like
95, Windows 95.
Dylan's mom one time, her dad, okay, so Dylan's grandpa, he goes, you want all these computers? And I go, you don't want them? And he goes, nah, I don't want them. You could go pawn them or something. And I said, okay, I'll go pawn them. And so I loaded up my car with probably 8 to 10 computers. And I went to the pawn shop and I go, what do you give me for these? And he goes, nothing. I don't buy those. It's
Yeah.
like they're older. And this was a long time ago. And I said, oh, okay. And then I drove out of there and I was like, I can't sell the computers. And he's like, well, they're yours now. You got to find a way to get rid of them. It's like, what you've done is you've pushed your trash off onto me.
Yeah, it happens all the time. I had a printer, and in my recently graduated from college years, I was like, I need to make some money. Let's go to the pawn shop. They would only buy the printer off of me if the ink cartridge in it was still full.
Right, yeah.
If not, completely worthless.
They turn down a lot of stuff at these places. When you get turned down at the pawn shop, it's a little hurtful. It feels bad.
No, because the pawn shop needs to make a profit on this
I get
stuff.
that.
If you got turned down at like a Goodwill, that's when you need to start rethinking
that's very
rethinking
true.
your life.
I'd say no.
That's why you pile it on with other things.
We don't want this at all.
I as it is, I think they don't accept like tube TVs at those places anymore.
They don't, because it's just garbage to them. They don't need that stuff. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today I'm going to wrap everything up for a Tuesday. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show. Talking you down on your drive home. The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro. We have a beautiful Tuesday ahead. Forecast highs are going to be warm in the upper 80s, if not 90 degrees. Mix of sun and clouds, and we do remain mostly dry. 10% chance or less for an isolated shower or two. And then overnight tonight, we're mostly cloudy with lows right around 70 degrees. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro. Have a great rest of your day.
This report is sponsored by LASIK Vision Institute.
LASIK is more affordable than you think. Right now at the LASIK Vision Institute, we're offering $1,000 off our Wavelight laser when treated in June. That's $500 off per eye with guaranteed financing. Visit LASIK.com for details.
Access Day will be here before you know it. That means huge savings from the brands you know and love, and once-in-a-lifetime giveaways and experiences from iHeartRadio this Thursday, June 1st. And you can also save thousands of dollars on a brand new AC system from Mills Air. They are great there. And just head up to the website, iHeartRadioAccessDay.com. Register to receive reminders for when these deals go live. You could win a trip to LA to hang out with LL Cool J, or win not one but 2 nights seeing Pink in concert. They have so much more, and it's waiting for you on Thursday for iHeart Access Day.
GiveMeTheVin.com created the computer site Unseen Bid. All these copycats, they take your information and they sell it to 3, 4, 5, 6 other dealers. We do not do that. When you go to GiveMeTheVin.com, we treat you like a customer, not a number. We pay the most, we pay fast, and we take care of you because you're our customer. And that's why our reviews are awesome. GiveMeTheVin.com is America's best car buyer for a reason.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
If your property has been damaged in a storm, call me, Mark Anajar, at the law offices of Anajar & Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. And take back control of your life.
Office in Orlando.
It's summer at Racetrack. Grab one slice of pizza and get the second for only $1. Buy one, get one for $1 pizza? Oh yeah, it's a delightful summer. Racetrack, whatever gets you going. Buy one, get one for $1. See store for details.
In this week's Marketers Report, Patrizio Spagnoletto, Global Chief Marketing Officer, Direct-to-Consumer for Warner Brothers Discovery, weighs in on the difficult task of building and retaining consumer trust.
Trust is a really hard thing to build and a really easy thing to destroy, and we have to be very respectful about that. Our partnership with iHeart has really helped us build that trust and that relationship with the on-air talent. The best thing for us to do is to build a relationship with our consumers. And if those consumers have a relationship with the DJs that are on air, then we want to build on that. House of the Dragon, which was one of our most successful, if not the most successful campaign we've ever done for a show, audio is a core part of that.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all. Every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a media company. iHeartMedia is your access company. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Hi, it's Savannah Guthrie and Hoda Kotb, and we're excited to tell you about the incredible week we have on the Today Show.
That's right. We've got some of Hollywood's biggest stars live right here in our studio. We have the legendary Robert De Niro, Jessica Chastain, and Sydney Sweeney are all stopping by.
Then you can start your weekend off right. We've got a concert coming up from Big Time Rush. They will be performing live on our plaza.
Join us every morning on NBC.
Because Hoda every day meets today.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Eating good is about more than just tasty food. Eating good is about doing good, too. And that's exactly what Fresh from Florida is all about. Supporting local Florida farmers, creating jobs in our communities, and of course, making sure you can enjoy all the fresh flavors Florida has to offer. Because produce tastes better when it's grown closer to home. So eat good tonight. Look for the Sunny Fresh from Florida logo where you shop. Learn more at followfreshfromflorida.com.
If you love Florida and you love fun, then might I suggest you pick up a rod and reel and go fishing. Because here in the Sunshine State, fishing, fun, and Florida just go together. And you know what else goes with fishing, fun, and Florida? I'll give you a hint. It starts with an L. That's right, a license. Getting your fishing license opens up a whole lot of fun and new memories, and it's never been easier to get one. Just visit fun.gooutdoorsflorida.com to order yours. And before you know it, you'll be more relaxed than you can even imagine. Casting your line in your local fishing hole, propping your feet up in that rental rowboat, and of course, catching the big one. So go to fun.gooutdoorsflorida.com. Then plan your escape, because fishing is a great way to connect with family, friends, and of course, nature. Your fishing license is just a few clicks away. Order yours today at fun.gooutdoorsflorida.com and enjoy all the fishing, fun, and Florida you deserve.
Grab your shades, your flip-flops, and your free iHeartRadio app for the unofficial start of summer 2023. No matter where you go this summer, your favorite radio station, the music you love, and the best podcasts in the world will be along for the adventure. Download the free iHeartRadio app today.
At Heron Home and Outdoor, we pride ourselves on providing thick, healthy, weed-free lawns. Keeping the grass on your lawn green and your shrubs and trees in tip-top shape is our specialty. Visit myheronhome.com today for a free quote and money-saving offers. Heron Home and Outdoor, your local lawn and pest experts.
This hour is sponsored by Barks in the City, June 3rd at Apopka Amphitheater.
Dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut, and today we're going to wrap everything up for a Tuesday. Back at it after a nice long Memorial Day weekend.
Good times.
And I'll tell you, one of my favorite things about this past weekend was after a week where it nonstop just poured on us every single day, we finally got some decent days.
It was nice. Like, you woke up in the morning, 60-something, and then you saw everyone walking their dogs.
Yeah.
Then it took a quick turn. By 12, it was hot.
Yeah, there was a couple of days where it was pretty damn hot out there, but I'll take that over. I don't mind if there's a rainy day or there's like a bunch of storms come in. It's cool.
I don't have to do
it's
anything.
Fine. But if there's like 4 in a row, it's like, Jesus. You start feeling like you're under attack. You want to get outside. You want to do something. And it makes it a lot harder to do anything when that's the case. We're going to get to your final dispatches here momentarily. If you missed any of the show today, as you always hear me say, go to thenewsjunkie.com and get the podcast over there. Let's see who we should go to here. Here is Bro Villa with a dispatch. Hello?
Hey, what's up, Junkies?
Oh.
Yo, share the show Tuesday.
Oh.
Hey, Sabrina, you taking a cruise?
I can't hear you that
Virgin?
well.
Nice.
No.
I tell you what, they got one of the best spas that you can have on a cruise ship.
I'm sure they do. I just can't hear you that well. I think like maybe we're in your pocket or something, Bro Villa.
No, he's just, it's a secret. So
Yeah, he wants to whisper the whole thing. Here's Colt 45.
What's up, guys? This is kind of brutal, but there's no reason for that technology of people falling over, because anybody falls off a cruise ship, they're just getting sucked right under that thing and just chopped up by the motors.
That is
massive
not
undertow.
No, that's not necessarily
anyhow,
the
I love the
case.
show.
That's
But-
scary, though.
It is scary, but I think that you are more likely to be saved by a cruise ship if you have been abandoned, like if you're your boat sank somewhere else. Because you've seen those videos of people are like, we see someone in their life raft, and then they'll stop the boat. But if you've fallen off that cruise ship, then you better hope someone is right behind them a mile away.
You're just like a little dot out there. I mean, it's tough. There's another video they said it was somebody who's like a late teens, early 20s, and he also fell off, or he jumped off a cruise ship in his case. And they said, why did he do this? His friends dared him to jump off the cruise ship, and they haven't seen him now since all this happened, as far as I could tell. Hold on, let me see if I can bring this up real quick while I'm talking about it. Dare cruise. But yeah, they said they were all screwing around, and his friends dared him, and he jumped off the ship. Maybe this isn't tied to the other one. This isn't the Carnival Magic one. New video shows panic on Bahamas boats. Moments after star baseball player jumps off on a dare. So he's 18 years old, Cameron Robbins, and he was on a boat, a smaller boat, I guess. He jumped off into the water, and then they said he just disappeared into the night.
Don't do that. Yeah. That's it. It's like I don't understand how the lesson has not been learned.
Yeah, it's like it's not funny, it's not clever, you're dead.
It's terrifying.
Who wins that one? All right, let's do the stories that didn't make the cut, and you know what? They all made the cut today.
Yay!
Congratulations,
all right,
stories.
Good job, stories.
You did it. We knew you could.
What did you put in that pile?
Don't worry about that. It was the bottom of the barrel stuff. It was not.
You might need it for This Week in Florida.
Those are my notes, right? There's just
notes.
Yeah, I write down everything that I say on the show each day, so I have like a script that I read through, and I just finished.
Oh, AI of you.
I wanted to do it that way. All right, let's get into it. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Tuesday, May 30th, 2023. Today I Learned sponsored by, J. David Tax Law. Peace of mind is just a click or a phone call away. Today I learned somebody from this show right here.
Fear Factor, or Top Gear.
No.
Mad Men.
Tony.
Sopranos.
The Sopranos. Okay. That's right. Today I learned
all of them.
Actor Federico Castelluccio, who played Furio on The Sopranos, is also an art expert who discovered a misidentified Renaissance painting worth perhaps $10 million more than the $140,000 that he paid for. They said he knows so much about art and restoration, he was able to spot a painting and go, nope, they got that wrong. And he profited more than $10 million.
Just for saying it was wrong?
No, because they didn't know what they had, so they sold it to him for $140,000. And he's like, here's what it actually is. And then he was able to sell it for over $10 million because it was something much more impressive. Today I learned this guy. I'm going to play you a band.
Killer's guy.
Nope.
Franz Ferdinand.
That's right. Archduke Franz Ferdinand killed almost 300,000 animals. He was an avid hunter and tallied his kills in a massive journal. The total kills this guy had as a hunter, 272,511. How?
Yeah.
Because he owned a field in which they brought animals for him.
It sounds like he had a Gatling gun.
Was he sending out his armies to hunt the animals and counting all of those as wins?
Probably.
I think he might have fudged the numbers a little bit. I don't know if he actually did this because that's a lot. 300,000 animals. Today, Apollo 15 astronaut Dave Scott got his drill stuck on the moon during an experiment. When he reached the depth of 5.3 feet, lunar soil particles went up the helix of the drill bit and stopped his momentum, postponing his task. The drill truck was later auctioned off for $50,000 because it had been to the moon. And finally, today I learned one of the bands you hear here.
Get him, Jay.
Linkin Park is correct. Today on Linkin Park, Linkin Park, were called Lincoln, Lincoln Park first, but the domain was too expensive, the website. So they decided to go Linkin Park, which they could buy that domain, and they would be next to Limp Bizkit in the stores where they had their record.
One of them days.
That's how they did it. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We do appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. In West Palm Beach, Rover's coming up next. In Orlando, it's the Jim Colbert Show. It's all on the way, and it's all right here on Real Radio.